Bus.
What we
Uh,
on?
Isn't it
Bus.
customary to take the first shot before we make the introductions?
Well, mine is way more than a shot, but
Bus.
here we go, fellas. Look,
All black
look at
ski
this
take
man.
a
mask, chrome
little
gun,
sip.
hear it out. Mama should have told you I'm that nigga you been
There's
hearing
to a
about.
great
One
show,
of the worst
fellas.
Memories
cried
fool.
out, tearing about.
We just
Wolves
we just
rush your
wait for
crib like the
Saquon.
publisher clearinghouse. And here it
That's
Clean
why
your
out.
we
Android.
got that.
Full
Bus.
clean your Android, boy. You got
Bus.
some hot in there, baby.
City
Salute,
got a
fellas,
trash
to
mouth.
the
Spit garbage to
Salute.
your
to
bra.
the
Great
first
Should get
stuff.
the
visual.
whole crew
Speaking slang,
smash out.
talking shit.
Since the beginning, I've been in and out of every stash house, trap house, rap mouth, his spouse, cash
Happy
out.
birthday,
Homies on the
fellas.
money route. Don't hand me what I done
Yeah,
the way I
yeah,
got those tracks.
yeah.
Bring the money.
Uh,
All black
uh,
ski
uh,
mask.
Speaking
back
slang
again.
talking.
Say it again.
Speaking slang
Talk
talking.
Talking
it.
shit.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Say it one more time. This is what?
Speaking slang.
Talk
Talking
it.
shit.
First, first, usual episode. You got all the hosts here live and in color for you right now for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
enjoyment.
Since the face been revealed, game got real. You know what I'm saying? It says shit. Well, shit. Who the fuck are y'all? Anyway.
Yo, man, my name is Saquon, aka King Qua,
Woo.
aka Say Quality,
Woo.
aka 87 Bulls. Man, we in this motherfucker, man.
Shout out to Saquon, man.
This your
Son,
boy. That's your boy Scholars in the house, aka Who's That Not 6'4", aka Tell Your Mother Pays Me, aka Oh Shit, That's Grandma.
God hustle.
Scott Hustle, who just exited stage left right after he said that. You know, it's your boy Benny Domino, Biggie Benzo, aka Ben 10, aka the most critically acclaimed. Let me say that one more time. The most critically acclaimed host in the game. It's your boy Benny, man.
Underdig me, and I am B.I. Double G Church. Hustle hard from the first all the way back to the motherfucking first, aka Mr. Get It How You Live, aka 412 Red, White, and Blue.
Hey, hey. I don't know about that red, white, and blue part, but we gonna
Red,
rock.
White, and Blue, baby. You know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna rock with it. We're gonna rock with it. So this is our first, live episode, right? This is our very first, and I'm very happy about that. And I've been celebrating today, as it happens, with some friends. And so I have to the left of me, my homie. You want to introduce yourself, or you want me to do it? That's my homie. She's faded. That's my homie, Mel Mel, and my homie Mel Mel. And then I got the other homie in the back
With the snuggie on.
with the snuggie on. That's Faiza Hair by Fa. You can find her on Instagram. She does crazy hair, so look her up. But anyway, I am
Built you up tonight. She got you right.
hey, ladies, what's up with you?
look, Saquon said, hey ladies. She said evening. I want to open up the show with a free balling segment, right? Which is essentially like anything. Just shoot the shit. We just gonna talk about it and just see, how everybody feels. I don't know where Scott is right now. Um, but I would like to start with a question. Actually, it's not my question. It's Mel Mel's question. You want to come ask your question?
We probably gonna wait for Scott to get back because we're gonna have to fill him in anyway. Let's just wait for Scotty to get back. You know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome to jump in the camera, man. We gotta wait for Scotty to get back though.
Where?
You, come on, man. You know he's somewhere doing what he's the mayor. He's the mayor, so he's handling political business. You know what I'm saying? Politician, you know what I'm saying?
Breakfast Club does not have this problem. You understand what I'm saying?
I guess because they film it at breakfast.
This is his breakfast. He been asleep all day.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we go on at supper time. And baby's got to eat. You know what I'm saying? So we stack that bread. Um, But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the fuck soundboard Scotty doing, man. Like,
Let's get this shit cracking, man. That
The
nigga,
wild
man,
card. The wild card. This our first show. Like, what is happening?
it's definitely the first visual show. It's our first ever visual show,
He
and the
introduced
wild
himself
card
and walked away.
got hustled through some wild card ass shit. Yeah.
I can't call it.
My bad, my.
Hey, don't nobody go in there for about 35, 45 minutes.
Nah, man, I had some customers. I know they weren't gonna stop knocking and shit. Now I'm saying that's how they kept looking like, damn. I'm saying like, but
I
it's cool.
thought you went live and got the BGs and shit. Got the.
But as
You know,
soon as
that's
we got on,
funny that you mentioned that. That brings me to my question. Mel, you want to ask your question? You can. What you shy? You can't ask the question now.
was it for me?
No, it's just
Uh,
it's just an in general question. So my question is, why is it okay or more acceptable for a man to poop, fart, gas, whatever you want to call it, but as soon as a lady does it, it's inappropriate, it's unladylike. Um, everything that lives has gas. You know what I mean? So what's the issue?
So you just want to know, like, what's the double standard about it?
Period.
you want
Okay.
you want to know when it's okay to
I
fart?
have something I want to say on it, but I'm gonna let you. What are your thoughts on that, fellas?
Me? Let me go first. Let me go first. Man, fart, take a shit, burp, do all that shit. Like everybody does it. Absolutely everybody does it. I don't care if a woman farts. You know what I'm saying? That chick can stink a little bit. It's whatever. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh because I'm not gonna hold mine in, yo. That shit hurt to hold it in. I'm
Right.
like, go. Look, it could be my first time at your crib. If I got a shit, I'm gonna go take a shit. I'll let you know. Like, look, I got to take a wicked smash. Yo, let me use your bathroom or something. Nah, you have to. You gotta fucking go to the bathroom, man. Like,
Yeah,
so
Have y'all
it's
ever heard? I'm gonna ask a quick question. Have y'all ever heard of couth? Have you ever heard? You know what that is?
yeah,
Couth.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Y'all-
don't.
well, in order to possess couth, you have to not do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
The fucking mind.
What the fuck is that?
You out your fucking mind, yo. I'm
I just feel,
hard.
I
Fuck
mean,
is cool.
I don't know. How you feel about it, Saquon?
don't just be in my face with that shit. Like you trying to like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, okay.
I ain't just go. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to
What the fuck is cool?
don't try to pull a nigga under the covers with this shit. Like, you know
no,
what I
no
mean?
Dutch ovens.
Nah.
Tell them how you did me when I put it around. Go ahead.
Because I was affronted. I've never heard you do that, and that was like, what's happening?
She said, "Poot it."
She said put it, but put it makes it sound cute. It wasn't cute. It was like a car accident. Like, you know what I mean? Oh.
What about you, Scotty? How you feel about it?
Yeah, for real, I really don't give a fuck. I mean, because again, everybody does it, and I'm definitely gonna do it. I don't want to hold my shit in either. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tear the building down, and I'm a toxic, so you better laugh with me.
Real shit. Is that a satisfactory answer for the person who asked the question?
If you in bed with me, I'll fart on you without no question.
Yeah.
I feel like also I feel like also the nature of the relationship matters too, right? Like you have to take into account, right? Like if you just like on the first date at the dinner, I don't necessarily need to hear you doing that at the table. You know what I'm saying? Or we hop back in the whip and it's like, oh, okay, I'm just getting to know shorty, and then you know, like gunshots. But like if you've been to 2-3 years in, like okay, like that's I think it's
No, look, let me know shit real. I want to know you a real human, motherfucker. Like, if you fart, I mean, you a real human. I'm with that. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that shit. Cause look, you ever been laying next to somebody and they fart and they sleep? They supposed to apologize.
never. That's never happened to me. If it did, I was knocked out.
Fair enough.
Well,
I've,
I mean,
I've
hey,
definitely been
you know,
farted on. Just pure ass farted on. Oh shit. Rumble my whole thigh.
Yes,
Whole thigh shaky. And that was good because for a segment called Free Balling, we went straight to the underpants. Good question. Absolutely good question.
no draws, free balling, straight like that.
Just like that. Well, since we free balling, let me throw a news article out there. You know what I'm saying? And let me know what y'all think about it and shit because it doesn't fit a certain category, but you know, just on some free balling ass shit. Uh, what the fuck do y'all think about Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, y'all?
yeah, that's difficult.
He said he ain't do it, but he still resigned.
Well,
Where does that leave you?
I feel like they always say they don't do it. I mean, I don't listen. I feel like, oh, that's difficult, man. Andrew Cuomo's my guy. Like, I'm kind of like upset by it.
So what? What was it exactly? Because I seen something on it, but I didn't read. Like I didn't read into it.
There's a bunch of sexual harassment allegations of different forms and different terms of different times throughout his political career. Even
Women are basically they're just accusing him. You know what I mean? Like they're accusing him of sexual misconduct and essentially, you know,
there's no rape, but maybe he overlooked some things. He made some uncomfortable situations, which I won't say were acceptable 10, 15 years ago. They were underreported and maybe a little less public frowned upon, maybe because we didn't have social media so heavily at the moment. So you know, with me being a chef, I will say that, and anybody who worked in a restaurant will agree with me that kitchens are racist, they're sexist, uh, they're
Yeah.
biased. There's a bunch of bigotry. But you know, we're thick-skinned folks, so we just let that shit roll off of us.
well,
Uh,
Andrew Cuomo don't work in the kitchen.
I, I'm just saying, in a professional atmosphere. I haven't had many other jobs outside of the kitchen to honestly know how the atmosphere and the environment is in those jobs. I'm saying he's a politician. We already know politicians are grimy as shit. No disrespect to Scott Hustle, the mayor. You know what I'm saying? The mayor Scott Lindsay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not excusing it. I'm just wondering because you know
So do you believe it? That's the question.
Yeah, I have no. I'm going to believe it until there's proven otherwise. Even though we are in the land of innocent until proven guilty, um, why would I doubt those women's words? Because I automatically don't want to put the victim on trial and shit
Right.
like that. Because you know, I didn't speak on certain things until I knew facts say about Bill Cosby. Because you heard me speak about Bill Cosby in previous episodes, but until I knew the facts, I didn't really speak upon it at all. But once I knew the facts, you know, I spoke my opinion.
The Boy Scouts coming in fast, 4, 3, 2.
Well, I don't want to talk about the Boy Scouts of America or the Catholic Church at the moment because uh, they are serial rapists, and we know this shit to be true. This is actual fucking fact. You know what I mean? So Benny, fuck you. You be baiting, yo. You be baiting me into this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love you to death, but I will go on about it. But it's not my segment to speak on. So let's lighten this show up, and man, maybe let's throw something else.
Well, wait, they didn't weigh in on Cuomo.
Oh yeah, what y'all think about Cuomo, the governor of New York?
I ain't gonna front. I ain't too detailed on it, but I don't know. It is a trip that last year they was talking about he was the next president and shit.
He
Now
was
all of
the
a
man.
sudden,
You know what I mean? Damn,
yeah,
homie. In the
It's gonna be
paper,
the
yeah,
next.
like you was the man, homie.
And
What
you,
the fuck happened to
what
you?
happened to you?
he,
Yeah, is
he got on Trump's bad side real quick.
that what happened?
Who doesn't do that?
Yeah, he did.
Well, nah, like I
When
see.
Trump on
I think
Trump's last term, and
Like,
you
it's a
know,
very difficult thing, and I think that obviously we don't want to victim blame. You don't want to look at the women and think any, I don't, I don't intrinsically think that when women come forward about stuff like that, they're lying. Of course not. It's just it's just hard because with media and politics, and it all seems perfect timing.
Yeah,
And I
perfect.
don't. That's not saying anything to the victims, right? But I don't know. It just has this. I don't know.
And
Look,
there's so
hey
many,
yo,
there's so many intricacies into the case that we don't even know about to even really speak upon,
But it's
honestly.
terrible. And if he did do it, you know what I mean? It's terrible. I think it's a terrible thing in many
And
ways.
and,
But
and
I also think that we this country. I mean, there's a lot of wrong in this country. A lot wrong in the history of this country. But I
yeah,
definitely think that rape culture and a society of undermining women and dogging women and
it's time to change the climate.
misogyny, like
It's time for a change of climate.
it's like ingrained in our culture. And so now that we're peeling back the layers, we're starting to see like, damn, you did it too. Like this person did it too. Like you was a part of that too. Like so I think that's kind of what's jarring to me. It's like, damn,
It looked like the homie Domain said, America was founded on sex and violence. That is America. When you get down to the bare bones of it, America is sex and violence. He's on a little cap, and that is the S and the A. Sex, violence, and capitalism. That is the U, the S, and the A, bro.
It's like red, white, and blue you was talking about.
Hey,
hey,
look,
look,
I'm in the land of the red, white, and blue, but I'm red, black, and green. But I am a product of my environment. You know what I mean? So shit, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna get on and get on. Honestly,
hey yo, hot take. Trump running, Trump running for president next election. Cuomo is
I
gonna be his
didn't
vice.
bring him up.
Cuomo gonna be his vice president.
they're grabbing everybody by the pussy.
For sure.
Hey,
Look,
that
it's
blue
look,
Wow.
down with the
it's look,
fingers in the nose.
it's look, it's look. The fuck the PPP loan paycheck protection plan. It's the
Please don't even say it. Don't even say it.
it's
Don't even
politicians
say
pension pussy.
It's the pussy farming plan.
We have PPP politicians pension pussies. You know what I'm saying? I know who I'm voting for.
No, that's terrible. That's not funny. We should not be laughing at that.
That's the real shit
I
though.
know who I'm voting
Yes.
Niggas stupid as hell.
for.
That's fine.
Pussy plan.
Hey, Saquon, you funny as hell for that shit. Talk about Trump and Cuomo, dog. Like
Yo, watch. Tell you.
Trump Cuomo 2024.
Walking down the
Listen,
street, shake
I
your
was
hand.
I was also right about LeBron coming to LA, so I'm telling you what.
I heard that shit. It's prophetic. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what you said? You're gonna be walking down the street, shaking hands, kissing babies, and pinching pussies.
My word. This is America. It's been called right here by Saquon Stradamus, nigga.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy. Well, since we're talking about politicians, I'd like to do some pop culture news. So, did y'all hear about Erica Badu attending Barack Obama's 60th birthday bash? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I
So
seen something about that.
she attended, had a good time, whatever.
Mm.
But she recorded some stuff that she wasn't supposed to record, and she put it online. And so I think it was a video of Barack and Michelle dancing. And so she took it upon herself to apologize for being a terrible guest at Barack's 60th birthday party. And a video circulated, and she said, "Please forgive me for being the terrible guest at such a sacred event for your family. I was so inconsiderate. Thank you for all your love. What an example of how not to be, Erica." And so when they asked whether or not the president and the former first lady had asked her to publicly apologize, she clarified that that wasn't the case, and it was just the right thing to do. So leading up to the event, the report was, or excuse me, the guest count was scaled back to only include family and close friends. And so I guess Erica was included in that, and she didn't know no. So how do you feel about that, about NDAs and attending events and not being able to record, I guess, for your own personal life? If I was to go to an event with the Obamas, like I feel like I would want people to know that. But I mean, I'm just me. Maybe Erica Badu, I don't know.
So wait, so she recorded a video of them dancing and she put it out?
Yeah, like he was getting down. He was twerking.
It was his 60th.
wasn't twerking, bro.
Did you see the video?
I did. You said he was twerking?
Barack was twerking.
Crazy.
He
It
was.
was
He
like,
was.
voila. Let me show you, show. How we now?
He was twerking. Mel, show us how Barack was. No, I'm just playing.
Uh,
No, he wasn't twerking.
Ladies and
I don't
gentlemen,
know what he was
in the
doing.
dominant.
He was just dancing. He was just having a good time. And no tie, just kind of just
Yeah.
And so that's not the image that they want us to have of the former first or
But it's not just that. It's also during the COVID times. Everybody was maskless, sweating and breathing, and even though until it got reported he was going to have 500 guests, I believe they scaled it down after the reports hit. It was going to be so many people there, so they cut the guest list down because before it was about to be cracking. You know what I'm saying? But to answer your question, yeah. Listen, man. Especially when you reach a certain level of celebrity, non-disclosures are fucking important. Look, me, this is a big step for me because I don't really put my face in the camera. So if I'm doing some shit where we get cracking, like we chilling, like we partying, and man, they probably, you know what I'm saying, they get drunk like big church.
Oh, that was dope.
Their match is going to be happening. So therefore, we don't need to record none of this shit. Like,
I mean, definitely, like if I'm, depending on the nature of the party. But what I'm saying is, it's Barack. It ain't exactly like they doing lines in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, why can't I just? I mean, I don't know what Barack in the show.
Say one more again. Say it again, Saquon.
Shit.
You never know
Not
how
my president. Not my president.
I'll go down.
I ain't saying Barack and Michelle, but some of them guests, nigga, shit.
And I ain't talking fuck the guests. I'm saying Barack and them ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's
I ain't gonna say that.
Listen, the only thing I'm trying to see is Badu reenact that window seat video. You know what I'm saying? Because
when she was naked walking down the street and got shot in the head, you want to see her get shot?
No,
that's exactly it. That's I don't even remember her getting shot in that video, but
she got shot in the head.
I don't remember that shit either.
I just remember her running.
All y'all could see was the ass. Y'all missed the bullet. They shot her in the head in the middle of the street.
I knew she fell down, but I just thought she was right.
I ain't see that part, nigga.
I ain't see that part.
I didn't make it to the end of the video.
Maybe I should have had a window seat because I seen it.
I didn't make it to the end of the video.
Yikes.
That shit like Boys in the Hood, nigga. You'll never watch the whole. You'll never watch it to the movie.
Who makes it to the end of the video on Pornhub? Like,
yeah, man.
That was not porn. We're gonna stop.
That's funny as hell.
That was crazy as hell. That wasn't Cinemax at 11:15. Right before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, since we on this topic and staying in the vein of politicians, they're coming out with a new American crime series on FX. Have you heard of the American crime series where they take like a sensationalized American story or American crime drama, or excuse me, American crime story and turn it into a drama for TV? And so this season 3, they're doing impeachment, which is going to follow. Can you guess? It's going to follow Bill, what's his name, Clinton, and the Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Oh, sounds about white.
I feel like, why we keep talking about this? Like, how many years ago was that? Like, why? You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. But it's a sensational story. People like it, and Monica has really, over the years, like at first she was a pariah, right? But like now she's kind of gained notoriety a little bit, and she even like on Instagram kind of like jokes about it and Twitter. And
so do you think she should get her flowers for being America's first sad bitch or America's first first
I don't think it's about giving her flowers. I don't think it's about giving her flowers. I think it's about. I think that it's just like they still talk about Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Like it's just like sensational.
Jeffrey Dahmer, goddamn.
Why don't you talk about Jeffrey?
Yeah, she just wanted some dick, nigga. She ain't dick.
She the first bitch sucking dick on record. That's all.
Oh my
in
god.
the archives.
Jeffrey Dahmer, damn.
He's the first
So
one.
what I'm saying is, I'm not equating it to Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, he was killing people, but what I'm saying is, it's such a highly publicized, sensationalized story that they just keep, it just always seems to find its way back into the cycle.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't that the same people that did the OJ one too?
Yeah, they did the OJ one too.
But peep though, they said American crime stories.
That was an American crime for him.
Because he got
Not
some
for her.
and he
Not
lied
for
about
her.
it.
It was a crime for him.
Do you know how many niggas should be on trial because they got some head and lied about it? That was
Were they the president of the United States of
he
America?
lied to
Like,
the
what are we talking about?
he lied to the fucking grand jury, bro, about getting some goddamn head.
You can't do that if you're the leader of the free world. Like, you can't do that.
Listen.
He also
I,
in
look,
that weed too.
I don't want to compare apples and apples, but
Also,
they have
And apples.
for instance, just for instance, they have Trump telling over 13,000 lies in 4 years to the American.
I don't want to talk about him.
So
we know he's a problem. He's a problem.
Look, listen. I don't mind Trump. I never minded Trump. I'm gonna say that from the jump. But I'm just saying, you're talking about lying. He lied to a grand jury once about getting some head. The president, he was the president as well. Trump. He told over 13,000 falsities and more than that in his 4-year term. So you want to talk about one big lie or 14,000 lies?
But now
every politician lies, bro. So you can't lie to the grand jury, but you can lie to your boss because we are their bosses essentially, right?
No.
So if they can lie to us, but they can't lie to each other. Like, what are they saying? How is that a crime? Like I said, it sounds about white. I don't. Come on, see? Like, what are they saying? What are they saying? He lied about getting some head, and now it's a whole TV. There's a books and TV series and all this shit.
Because it was such a sensationalized story. It
was bullshit.
Yeah, but we're saying the same thing. I agree with you. Like, it's not. I don't think that it should be that magnanimous, but they've made it so, and now it's like one of those things. Like I said, like a Jeffrey Dahmer, like a O.J. Simpson. It's just like one of those things that people just like to talk about.
Sounds about what?
That's funny. Well, I know it's not gonna go more than one season.
Well, no. So what they do is
that's just like one show out of that series.
No. What they do is every season.
Oh, okay.
Every season is about the whole, is about the topic, right?
Oh well, shit! I can't wait to miss that. I'm not watching none of that shit, bro. For a second.
Access granted.
Look, time is precious. You can't get an hour back. I bet I won't waste an hour on that. All right,
that's some bullshit. I definitely won't see that.
Well, speaking into some other sounds about white news, I know y'all heard about Coco, Ice-T's wife, and her admission, that she showers on average every 3 days, and she only hits the hot spots when she's been like kind of sweating, and I just, this is in the same vein, as the other celebrities coming forward for no reason. Nobody's asking them. Like, they're just like telling us that they're filthy. So I don't know why they're doing it, but they just like to maybe not bathe, and so I'm conflicted about it because, there's people in this world who can't bathe, right? Like, there's people, in a lot of countries that don't have access to clean water and don't have access to, consistent water in the way that we do. So it's just like, to me, like, if you have access to, and Coco got, I know she got plenty of showers in her, residence. Like, so use one. Like, I don't get it.
Use one for sure.
I don't get it. But I know that some people, there are doctors and dermatologists, and that will say that it's not necessary to cleanse the skin every single day, and the products that we use are harsh and
things of that nature. Yeah. But it's like talking about it, like, so fucking what? Like, like you said, only the point is that extra celebrities and people keep coming out of nowhere saying, "Guess what? I do and I don't bathe." I do. Come on, what the fuck is what are we talking about here? Actually, you know what I'm saying? End of the day, and when I re-listened to the last show and Saquon said it, I was like, he's right.
Wait, what did he say?
Because he was like, who gives a fuck about who's taking the bath for now? He said some shit like that nature. And I said, well, it's in the new, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Saquon. It was fucking Domac. He said, who cares? He said it wrong. But at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? That's what I mean, because it's out of hand now. The first storyline was fine, but there's so many fucking people who've been coming out now.
Out the woodwork.
There's a reason they doing that shit, bro. I'm telling you, there's a reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know. There's a reason.
Something coming. It'll probably be some old bullshit, right?
But they easing niggas into the water. You know what I mean? Some shit that
water
niggas
shortage and shit. Right.
They trying to say that's why they help Flint. They don't need it. That's what
good. Yo, shout out Flint, Michigan.
Was that too soon? That was too soon.
Yeah. Shout out Flint, Michigan, man, because they still ain't got, they still ain't got clean water, bro. Like since 2014, man, they water pipe still fucked up. Yo, that's crazy.
According to Coco, they don't need it.
Well, Coco has no authority over motherfucking Flint, Michigan.
And, you know, there was a joke that I saw online. I'm not going to repeat it right now because it's terrible, but I'm going to tell y'all later, it's a funny ass joke about her and her family. But I can't say, if I say it on here, the screen will turn black, so I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, the screen's going to turn black.
That's my nigga Ice-T, man. That's why I'm like, damn, not my nigga, man. That's a West Coast legend.
And everything else, why I ain't got no goddamn, goddamn.
That's funny. Nigga, that's 6 in the morning. Police at my door, nigga.
That's the reason why he shouldn't be taking the showers.
Let's do something unorthodox like we never did. Let's actually bust this show down into segments, man. What do y'all think?
Well, we just did that. That was my segment. Y'all just shit on me. I guess my segment
Pop
don't
culture.
count.
That's pop culture?
That was the pop culture. That's popular culture. That's what's popular right now in the culture.
I'm gonna have to start writing your segments like Scotty writes your flowers.
White coach.
Thank you, Benny, for the pop culture segment. My bad for Miss Big. I totally overlooked that shit. Like the hottest demo that never was.
That's because my what's it called? You go from one topic to the next. What's it called?
Transition.
Segue. My segues were so smooth. You didn't even catch that I threw in there that I said.
Damn. Trying to catch up, yo. My bad.
What's the segue? What was it?
Never mind. What's the next segment? Let's just go to the next segment.
When you said
a word from our sponsors.
Access granted.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, what we talking about? What we doing?
Man, I got some shit about some sports, man, but it's not all too pretty, man.
Let's get into sports, man. Ain't nothing ever pretty.
What's going on?
America, man.
Did y'all hear about the two coaches that's charged with murder after making a high schooler suffer a heat stroke, like practice too heavy and died?
What?
Where was this at?
Down in Jonesboro, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So basically, a grand jury charged two coaches with murder, child cruelty in the death of Georgia. High school basketball player, a little young girl. Her the coaches' names was La Rosa Walker Askery and Dwight Palmer. Right? And Imani Bell was a 16-year-old girl, man. She played basketball at the Scholars Academy down there in Clayton County. You know what I'm saying? They say she suffered cardiac arrest and kidney failure.
Cardiac arrest.
So she was dehydrated and overworked, all kind of shit.
16?
Yeah, and went to the hospital later on, died, man.
Condolences to the young lady, man.
Well, I thought you said there was two.
Two coaches.
Two basketball coaches.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Imani Bell. Oh,
Yo,
the coaches?
condolences to Imani's family.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
terrible. I
that,
wonder if
that's unfortunate.
look and see if there's like a.
Yeah, man, that shit was wild. That caught my eye. A 16-year-old girl, man, that's just out of control, man.
That's very
So they
unfortunate.
were just working her too hard. See, that's why I didn't pay. That's why I didn't take
Yeah,
gym.
it was like, oh, they had her practicing all crazy outside, like 100-degree weather.
What
Later
state
on,
is this?
in Georgia,
Georgia, and it's humid over there too.
Yeah,
down in Jonesboro, and girly, the little girl, she went to school in Clayton County.
Oh, Clayton County. Wow, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
shit caught my eye a little bit ago. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
that's unfortunate.
So are they in jail?
Hey,
Yeah, they're being charged with what was it? I forget. They're trying to charge them with. My bad, I lost it. My bad, I gotta pull it back up. 1 second.
that shit is crazy though, because like depending on what high school and shit you go to, some of them motherfuckers be on some real like college level, even professional
Yeah.
level.
Man,
Violence.
what charges?
I don't think
My
it's that
high
they on the
school,
college level. I think it's that they're trying to live vicariously through these kids and live out their dreams that they were never able to live out. Some of them, to be totally
I
honest.
mean, it's that, and then it's like the school I went to. I played football in. We had 2-a-days. We had a gladiator camp. We went up north and had a whole training camp. Like that would like the regimen wise was really on some
Yeah,
Was it
bro.
like
D1
was it like a
college
Boy Scouts?
on some D1 college level shit, huh?
Was it like a Boy Scouts?
What? No, 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 no.
Yeah, we had pads on though.
That's
And
what
uh,
this.
and jock straps, nigga.
That's funny. So, hold on. Bro.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh shit.
lost one.
You might win some, but you know what I'm saying?
And it was his topic. Wasn't it his topic? We can't even continue.
We definitely in the sports segment of the show.
I think he don't know sports like that anyway, man. Listen, man.
Really?
What's going on in the music, Saquon?
No, I'm back. My
Oh, there
bad,
you go.
man. My bad, man. You know how it goes, man. But no, they didn't fully face no charges. That's what they went to court last month. They're still waiting for full charges. And shit like that. My bad. I had to take a pause for us. But other wild shit, man. In sports, man. AEW wrestler Malachi Black shattered his testicle into 7 pieces during
How do you
during
shatter a
horrific
testicle? It's not bone.
That mean that motherfucker got crushed, nigga, splattered. Bro, you ever step on
W.
How does it shatter in 7
Nigga,
pieces?
what?
Was it made of glass? Like what the? Was it a Fabergé egg or something?
Nah, look. So, the wrestler formerly known as Aleister Black, who made his AEW Dynamite debut earlier this month, said he was reflecting on the time he was with Vince McMahon's company and remember one horrific incident when it occurred during an NXT live event as he faced Tomasa Ciampa or something. I don't watch wrestling. But anyway, he appeared with X-Pac. He appeared with X-Pac, and they had a feud going on that says going on about some months, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, dude kind of like dove at him and his head went into his nuts and he fell and it shattered in 7 pieces.
It can't shatter though.
Who counted the pieces though?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Is that what's written? How does it shatter? You ain't got to show me. I don't need to see that. That looks like food.
No, it ain't got no pictures. I'm just trying to show you what the article says. It's not coming up.
All we see is a white screen. It's just
That's funny.
So he went to do what? And hit his head on his nuts?
He went
Like,
to he was jumping off the rope. You know.
No, his opponent, he kind of like ran towards, off the ropes, like bounced off the ropes. He's like he's stone cold stunning, and then he like kind of dove at him, and I guess he maneuvered wrong, and his head went straight in his nuts, and he was like and fell over, and then shattered the joint into
Did
seven
this
pieces.
happen live? Like, were there people in the
Yeah,
audience?
yeah, it was a WWE match, NXT live.
So yeah,
Yo, he probably shitted on himself instantly.
Yeah,
Like,
he said,
it's
he
I
said,
can't even.
he
I
said,
can't even
he said,
imagine
he
what
said
that
he
would
jumped
feel like.
off
I
the
would have
top
probably
rope,
passed
and he
out.
comes crouching toward him and dove. So like, yeah, so he was jumping off the top rope, and then he's like crouching at him and like dove forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
uh,
monkey punch.
Well, did he hurt his head?
I don't know about the person. The nigga, it wasn't the dude who hurt it. It wasn't the head, but it
Nigga
wasn't the
definitely
nut.
hurt his head. Nigga.
look, he probably he probably got a testicle shaped indentation in the top of his head and shit.
Because if they shattered, they must have been made of brick or
Hey,
something.
hey,
'Cause I ain't
hey,
never heard of nothing
Hey,
shattering.
look,
They don't got
that nigga
bones.
head, that nigga head look like the egg holder in the refrigerator.
Like a little dip.
That's funny as hell.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
that's wild shell. It shattered it into seven pieces, yo. Crazy as hell.
Who counted though? Like, what did they do? Like, was they
I
feeling?
don't. I don't
like,
think that doesn't. I don't know about that. Because
yeah,
if it's
that pain gotta be unbearable, fam. Like, fuck any kind of pain you could think of, man. Yeah, man.
That shit's
But
crazy, right?
get splattered into seven pieces. How is that possible?
I don't know. He said it didn't happen instantly. It's like until he
Pieces.
fell over, and
What
that's
they
when
do with it? So
I
many
feel like
questions.
it was made of glass. That's the only explanation.
I don't know, man. It's like that's funny as hell. Huh?
I wouldn't wish that on my worst and only enemy. Like, I hope your nut shattered into seven pieces.
Just one nut.
They gave him,
Both.
Sound
Just
like
one.
some Wu Tang shit.
it
Seven.
said that it said they gave him the option to repair the testicle, but it would keep him away from the ring for 3 months, or he had to have it removed and then
Repair it.
replaced it with a prosthetic.
Prosthetic. He's a replacement of prosthetic.
Yeah.
Wait. Are they gonna?
So, so he went for the
Is that a
they drove.
thing? Like, is
Fuck
that
outta
a
here.
thing?
Bro, they do not have prosthetic nuts
I
out
was
here.
gonna say, like, is that a thing?
I don't know, man. Like,
Glass nut ass nigga. They got
I'm gonna Google it because now I'm curious.
Yo, that's crazy as hell, nigga.
yeah, that's a wild as hell. But he said they took him to the
Yeah.
Las Vegas hospital and he got it repaired or whatever. Or he had surgery. You know what I'm
so now his nuts is cockeyed.
Wait,
saying?
hold on, wait. I just Googled it.
Big shorty out.
Check this out. A prosthetic testicle has testicular prosthesis has been used since the 1940s. In the past, they were made of a variety of materials. Now they are mainly made of silicone rubber and are filled with either silicone gel or saline. Oh, so it's like breast implants. That makes sense.
Hold on, was they like when like George Washington had wooden teeth? Did they
George Washington had slave teeth, but that's
he
not
had
right.
wooden teeth? That nigga had wooden teeth. But
He had no wood up in his mouth. He had your granddad's teeth in his mouth. That's whose teeth he had. George Washington, he was collecting teeth from every slave he saw.
Well, we got the same granddad, fool.
Nah. So was the
No,
first?
I didn't mean that as a. That wasn't a dig at you. I'm just saying, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Was the first prosthetic nut made of wood? Whittled wood? The niggas whittled some wood.
I don't know about the nuts, but never mind. Let me stop.
That's funny. This was sounding like two dice back in the day. Two little pieces, two little.
Oh,
nigga shaking dice. It's real shit.
They said the testicular prosthesis will have the weight, shape, and feel similar to a normal testicle. So I guess it's in my opinion. Like I'm envisioning like breast implants, right? Like that's probably what it's.
Yeah.
And in that case, like, does that mean that you can go get bigger balls? That's weird. That's not a
This nigga walking. And look, I had my nuts. But I got my nuts done this week, y'all.
Like I wonder if it's, but maybe not because they're supposed to be. That's like a life.
Hold on. Hold on. Dave Chappelle said, what did he say? He said he's getting some Botox done in his balls and they're gonna be smooth as eggs.
I
You
said
know what
that
I'm
shit,
saying?
nigga.
You know, that's a real thing. I talked to my
For
doctor,
real?
not my doctor,
You
but
know how
one of the
smooth an
doctors
egg
that.
is? You know how
No, that's a
smooth
real
eggs?
thing. That's a
Those,
real thing. My cousin was telling me she works for a doctor down in Georgia, and he does that procedure on men because
Get
it makes
the
them,
fuck out of here.
it releases the wrinkles and makes them hang lower. A lot of porn stars get it done, for real.
Get the fuck out of here. I can believe it, but get the fuck out of here.
fuck
He
it.
said that mean you can go get some bigger nuts. Like, who go get this bigger nut surgery? Like, I just want my nuts to be big as hell, dog. Like, big as hell.
I want the real big kahuna.
Well, think about like trans men, right? Like who don't have them. So
Uh,
that's maybe.
yeah, that makes sense. Cause I guess they have to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got to. I don't know. I
So
don't
how
know any
about
trans
those
men, but if
Cowboys,
I meet
man?
one, I'll ask.
You said what?
How about the Cowboys?
So how about those Cowboys, man?
They lost again, right?
Huh?
Did they lose again?
What he's saying
Nah,
is segment. He said what he's saying is make a segue off of this topic, nigga.
You don't want to talk about balls no more.
Because nobody says about them Cowboys. Nobody says that shit. He means move on, nigga.
Oh,
fuck out of it, nigga. We still undefeated, nigga.
they gonna go undefeated.
Who's undefeated?
Cowboys.
Well, y'all lost to the Steelers first. How you undefeated?
No, we did.
Y'all lost that first game.
No, we did.
The Hall of Fame game?
Mhm.
That don't count.
That was a scrimmage.
Living in his own world right now.
He said that was a scrimmage. That shit don't count.
That's funny. But before we talk about those girls, um, speaking of women, because we talking about women already, talking about the cowgirls. But do y'all hear about the shit with Deshaun Watson?
I see what you did there. That was funny.
But no. Talking about the Texans QB, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, what about him?
Basically multiple women saying he's been doing two women filed a civil lawsuit for saying he did some misconduct or whatever. Basically, there's been 22 allegations against him, and it all came from like him trying to get extra endings at a massage parlors and shit like that. I'm saying, but two of them filed, and then 10 of them has already spoken to the NFL. I guess the other 10 the other 12 is. No, the other 10, my bad, is under because it's 22 in total. So 2 fouled, 10 talked to the NFL, and then the other 10.
So can you give me clarification? Are the people that filed, are they the owners of the shops?
They're the
Uh,
masseuses, nigga.
they're the masseuses. I don't know. I don't think they're. But
Is it all massage parlor chicks?
that's what it was saying. It was basically when he was
Oh,
like
he
getting
did
massage
that.
sessions.
If it's all
It
massage
said
parlor, he did that.
No,
Most of them are.
easy answer.
it
Whether
says
he did it or not, he gets no time and a slap on the wrist, just like Robert Kraft from the New England Patriots. Fuck out of here.
yeah, they said they said they all happened. All the allegations are relate to misconduct during the massage sessions. And said Church is right because they said that if it does happen that he broke the rules or whatever, he'll be suspended for like the whole season. That's it.
The whole season, but the Patriots owner Robert Kraft got caught in a prostitution ring by police. By police.
I think prostitutes get a bad rap. Can I just say that?
Look, hey, listen. I get it how you live.
I think they get a bad rap. What is OnlyFans? Those are prostitutes.
Listen, look, the thing why people
Hell no, nigga. It was not
That's not prostitution.
It is.
How is that not prostitution?
They're-
So you're
you can't
using
call
your
them porn
body in a
They're not
sexual
porn
way
stars.
for monetary value. That's not prostitution.
That's porn.
That's prostitution. It's the oldest profession in the world. Like I don't see. I mean, I'm not a prostitute, but I don't see nothing wrong with it in terms of like if that's how you want to live your life. Then go on ahead. Who am I? Well, I ain't taking. You ain't taking nothing out of my mouth. You know what I mean? Like go ahead and make your money. But that
Yeah,
only
Hold
that's legal prostitution. I don't
if
give
you
a
like it, I love it.
It is. Look, people frown upon it because a lot of it are forced into it. So
Sure.
then you get into the human trafficking aspect of it.
Exactly. But that's
Yeah.
sex trafficking.
But
That's not the same thing.
anyone who chooses to go out and sell their body, they can do so. And prostitution in America is only illegal on a state by state basis because Las Vegas gets it cracking.
Listen,
But look, hold up. But
You
this,
go to Vegas,
so
you
that's
can
the
sell
same
pussy
thing.
anytime you want legally.
Yeah, right.
That's right,
Because
Nevada,
well, look,
not Vegas, Nevada, the whole state of Nevada. So
yeah, they run on
prostitution in
you. They run up on you for
America is
business
only
cards and everything.
illegal
I
on a
think it's actually in Vegas is not legal. Like in the rest of Nevada is legal.
is illegal in the rest of Nevada.
I want to say it's illegal in Vegas, but it's legal in the other cities and shit.
But
No,
look, hold up.
no.
I
I mean,
don't know about that.
I'm
The only
a
thing
whole
I think the
escort.
only thing that's illegal in Vegas is not drinking. I mean, I think everything else is on the table. You kill
But look,
somebody in Vegas, tell.
they got the thing. They're trying to put a like a criminal ring around the sugar daddy site or something like that.
What's the website called? Let me write it down.
I don't even know what it is, but it's basically trying to put a prostitution ring around, like I'm saying, around the employees of the sugar daddy site or something like that. And they're trying to say that how are you trying to pay someone else to do whatever? I mean, it's like prostitution in reverse. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but that's why see the thing. That's what I say with escorts. An escort isn't coming to have sex. You're paying them for their time, and
Not always.
whatever else happens after that, that's consenting adults consenting on doing what they want to do.
But they're
But
trying to get the daddies.
Like 10.
They're trying to get the sugar
hey,
daddy.
look, everybody got their thing that they into, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
Taking money, they're giving money.
but look, like I said, uh, the owner of the what the fuck they name, New England Patriots, he got caught in a prostitution ring by police with mad evidence. He
Yeah.
got no fine, no suspension. He didn't have to give up the team, sell the team. He didn't face any criminal charges. He got a slap on the wrist, flat the fuck out. So if Deshaun Watson tried to solicit women into the same thing at massage parlors, shame on him. But I believe as far as criminality goes, he needs to get the same treatment that that billionaire Robert Kraft did because, you know, it's been, they say Deshaun tried, Robert did, and he paid for it
I
repeatedly.
just think it's funny that like all these massage parlors are coming out against you. Like you know you did it. Like what? That's so random. Like he did this. Yeah, let's get 21 other massage parlors to say it. Like no, like you're trying to get happy endings at these massage parlors. Like that's crazy.
Look,
And he's a football player. Like people would throw it at him. Like I don't understand. It must be like a exhibition type of thing that he likes.
yo, that's what I said about Robert Kraft. I said, fam, you could have bought a massage parlor and filled that shit with women you know is gonna beat your old ass dick and go there and still live out your fantasy. Like,
Yeah, but then the fantasy is like you don't know these people. Maybe you can get caught.
look, he ain't had to know them either. He could have just called somebody like, nigga, set me up a whole. You know how much money he got? Set me up a whole ass. You know what I'm saying? Blindfold me and all that shit. Like whatever you want to do. He could have lived out any fantasy he wanted, but nah. But it was the thrill of the chase. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That instant gratification, the thrill of the chase. Man, we're wired for that shit as humans. If you can conquer your need for instant gratification, man, you'll probably evolve immediately and shit like Pokemon or some shit.
Speaking of Pokemon, look at this ridiculous boy behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Oh yeah, cat.
He's cutting up. But yeah, I feel like he did it. But I don't care that he did it. I just feel like he did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? 22 people, you know what I'm saying? 22 women.
And look, but those parlors also know that no other man's gonna come forward. Like, yeah, they do beat dicks in there. I was there last week. You know what I mean? So they can always say he tried. I was offended by it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
What's
I'm just kidding. I mean, but maybe I would like to go and see. I always wanted to like not do it, but like ask if they do it. You know what I mean? But like if you ask if they do it, then they assume you want it. But like I just want to know like how many of these massage parlors actually do it. You know?
Hey Benny, how would you ask them, bro?
How would I ask?
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't thought that far. I just want to know like is this like a thing that's like common or because you see it in the movies all the time, but it's like how common is it really? And the fact that it's in movies, it's like it must be more common than we think. So I always just want to go in and be like, so at the end of this, you know what I mean? But then I don't want to get arrested, so it's like you can't really ask.
Sucky. $5 sucky.
That's you. Hey, Pook, that's you. I mean, Scott, that's you would say, bro.
What you
That's you would say.
say?
Hey,
Nah.
Have any of y'all here's
how
a
would you
question
ask?
for you fellas.
I'm gonna
Have
start
y'all ever
talking with
paid for
my
a
hands like I'm
prostitute?
Jay Z. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start talking with my hands like I'm Jay Z. Like,
Here, I have a question for y'all. Have you ever paid for sex or sexual favor?
Negative.
like cash, like here, like here.
So you paid. So he paid. Anybody else?
No, I'm not talking. No, I'm not. I'm saying because you always,
I
I mean,
mean,
you take or because when
I'm
you're
just
buying the
curious.
bottle, you're paying for the weed.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
have you ever
All,
have you ever took a woman on a date and expected something in return?
all the time,
Have you ever gotten what you expected?
all the time.
Yeah.
And then you paid for a prostitute.
No, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm paying for food. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for weed. I'm paying for blunt. I'm paying for gas. I'm paying for. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for all that shit. But physically, like here, peel these 20s off. Nah,
Let me let you in on a little secret.
I don't do professional job.
That ain't what you're paying for.
no, I'm paying for.
Hey, Benny, you know you in the camera, right? You ain't just, you know what I'm saying? You know the whole world gonna see you fucking up those chips, right? You smashing them, John.
But I got some too. I've been eating some too.
Damn, y'all niggas, man, throw me some snacks across the screen, nigga. What y'all doing? I'm jealous.
I wish I could Western Union some of this shit.
And I'm
I
a
wish a
rich
bitch could
pimp.
Western Union. What if you can get Western? What if you can get some pussy from Western Union? You go in there and Saturday. I heard to pick up like I heard to pick up some pussy. What state is it?
Nah, we don't rock with Western Union. Maybe a MoneyGram.
You'll be at PLS. Like I'm ready to pick up some pussy.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
funny as
at
hell.
Walmart, and that's dangerous.
How did we get here?
Huh?
How did we get to this topic?
Oh, it's Benny's fault. What else we got happening in sports?
We was talking about massage. We was talking about massage parlors.
Sean Watson.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The massage parlor.
What's happening in sports,
But
Scotty?
yeah, he definitely did
No.
that, man.
You know that would be a cool segment for us to do, like on site, like the four of us, like go undercover to a massage parlor and see how many of them tell us. We might get arrested, but
But I
that's the
don't.
price you pay. That's entertainment. You know what I mean? That's quality
I'll
entertainment.
be in there with the soundboard playing Mission Impossible music, like.
I mean, why not? Jackass can do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, right. I feel like they be paying the people for that shit.
So in post production, should I put up a picture of us and Jackass next to each other and see why they can do that and we can't?
Why not?
She fine. That's why she keep that little comforter on this shit. I seen
Woo!
her.
Ooh, boy, shoot this shot. Ooh.
Why you keep it so cold in there?
Like, wow,
Hey,
shoot this shot.
hey,
You hear what he said? He said she's
hey,
fine.
remember the nigga R double had two $1 bills waving them at the malls when he was at the mall. He was like,
Remember we went to the. Remember we was out and I kept telling him it was my birthday every night.
for 6 months.
Got you some drinks though.
Perfect.
Got you some drinks though.
Hell yeah.
Everybody
And
think
probably
it's
some.
funny. Oh, he talking this his birthday. You was drinking.
And that's fucking genius right there. That's
Hell
genius.
yeah, I ain't never did that shit. That's definitely
Everybody,
Guinness
everybody
World.
like, let me see your ID. Motherfuckers like, oh, birthday, and then the bar start buying drinks. Oh, it's your birthday. Everybody get a drink, man.
Look, that's how it happened.
And drunk as shit.
And look, I
It's good.
think it was the night. No, look, I think it was the night Michael Jackson died when you got caught. Remember we was down there at that bar and they was just banging Michael Jackson or some shit all crazy, and the girls were like, "It's your birthday." Yeah,
I didn't get caught. You snitched on me.
I didn't, nigga, please.
Ooh.
You told the truth.
Soundboard Scotty.
Because you told some, I think it was that female bartender you was trying to talk to. You like, he acting like it's his birthday. It's my cousin lady. His birthday was 6 months ago. Just talking drunk, talking out the side of your neck. And
You ain't selling him out for some box, bro.
You know I definitely didn't do that.
I think you
They
did.
actually asked to see it. The first time in 6 months that somebody actually asked to see it. And you was like, well, technically it is kind of my birthday or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
I kind of vaguely forgot.
That's funny as hell.
We had a good one.
That definitely goes down in the Hall of Fame though, for sure. I'll see you in Canton, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
we had a good run.
You get a gold jacket for that one for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely Hall of Fame material. That's some shit I would have pulled off, and I ain't never even think about it. Even when after I seen you do it, I didn't even try to pull it off no time.
Well, you got to be a certain. There was a certain clientele I was doing it to. You know what I mean? Like you got to.
Yeah, you was down there telling out the drunk white bitches at the bar getting free drinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny as hell. Oh shit.
Speaking of touchdowns, man, what else you got in sports, man?
I mean, well, we might as well. I'll get into my last little when Church get back. He stepped out to shake the snake.
Right there, nigga. He right in front of your face, boy.
He stepped out to.
He right in front of your face, boy.
Huh? My bad. Oh yeah, but nah. I think in sports, man, I still can't say this name, man. But it's fucking. How do you say this girl's name, man? It's Kaylee Coco or something. Kaylee Cuoco. I don't know what I'm saying.
Cuoco. Yeah, I know her from
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Yeah, she offered.
Dang, that's what the fuck that shit is. Yeah.
Yeah, what's your name, Benny?
Kaylee Cuoco.
Cuoco. Okay.
You know why I can say
I'm
it?
sorry.
Because I got coach.
But basically, she offers to buy a horse that was being punched by a coach at the Olympics.
I'm on the board.
Hey, Peter, we ain't laughing at the horse, we laughing with the horse, yo.
Look, but I'm telling you, this was punch. Look,
read that shit again.
What, nigga?
Read that shit again.
What are you talking about?
Look, basically, Katie Cuoco has offered to buy a horse punched by a coach at the Olympics. Described it.
Yo, they was Big Bang
He was
niggas.
just stalking the horse. He was just punching it. Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, them niggas was getting like $1 million an episode, bro. They was giving them too much money, bro. That's fucking crazy.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't her that was doing it. Excuse me. It wasn't her that was doing it. She wants to buy the horse that was being punched.
No, I got it.
So
That's what I'm saying, right?
okay, so because they were saying basically a trainer was doing it. It was disqualified last Saturday, and a German what is that? Pentathlon coach Kim Rasner had both been booted out of the Tokyo Olympics 2020 after appearing hitting the horse Saint Boy during an event, which basically lasted.
You know how mad you got to be to punch a horse, yo? Like, how mad you got to be at the horse to punch a horse.
They want to run it fast enough.
Horse stuff.
Fuck the fuck out that motherfucker. But look, basically, The horse wasn't doing what the trainer wanted after being punched, and just because it's not even jumping over fences. It's supposed to be like a straight run, but it started jumping over fences and ran around the arena all crazy, and the trainer just basically rode out of the
Like
stands
was trying
crying
to
in tears.
escape. Nigga.
Hey, yeah, that's just funny as hell.
He was
But
trying
he
to.
just basically rode out in tears. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a jumping show. The horse started jumping over shit.
She rode out in tears after she punched the horse. She started crying.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
She didn't
Got a
punch him, nigga.
but I don't know if you got to see it. So the bitch on the horse.
But we
Just kind
didn't
of.
have to see it. We already knew what she looked like. We didn't have to see it.
No, I'm just trying to say you can see her riding, crying and shit.
Is the horse crying? The horse need to be crying.
So that's the thing.
Word. You know, horse
Kind of, picture the picture or whatever.
Yo.
they got abused, nigga.
That's like that one chick in Victoria's Secret who attacked a black chick, and once she was getting recorded, she gonna break down, and start shaking on the floor and shit, crying.
Listen,
That's saying
I feel a way about that. Here's the thing, and this is an unpopular opinion. Since you brought it up, I feel two ways about it. Number one, I think that obviously she was ridiculous, and that was a ridiculous reaction to have. And you just, were just trying to get out of a already bad situation by making it worse, by making yourself the victim. However, for as long as she carried on, she clearly is very mentally unstable. And I feel like there has to be something's wrong with you. No. That's not a normal thing. That's not normal behavior. So I'm not excusing the behavior. What I'm saying is she's very mentally ill. So for somebody to carry on like that for as long as she did, I feel like at some point it's like, okay, why aren't we just keeping the camera on her? Like she's just on the ground at this point. Like why are we still filming?
No.
I think I disagree with that shit.
When you know how your supremacy works, you're gonna lean on that shit. You're gonna drag it all the way out, and you're gonna throw every hissy fit you can until the people of authority who look like you show up, so then you can therefore explain your shit and say you were terrorized. Fuck out of here, bro. Look, hey, Benny, I know you seen it. You see that little trending shit on TikTok? It was trending a minute ago. White girls faking crying and just switching up and shit. Anybody see that? Anybody but me see that shit?
Yeah, no, I mean I've seen that. But my thing is,
shit, man.
what I'm saying is, for as long as she did it, I feel like you have to be mentally unstable. You're not a stable person to be able to do something like that. That's not normal behavior, right?
She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing under the umbrella of mental instability. That's how I feel.
Wait, don't excuse that shit. Not for
I'm
a
not
second.
excusing it. I'm just saying that she was very mentally ill. If you see like somebody having an episode in front of you, and you say to yourself, "Now what is this?" I mean, like she could have gotten up at any point. She could have just stopped talking. She could have stood there silent. She could have done any number of things. She chose to act like that. So
you're right. Racism is a disease. So you're right.
That's my point. Like that's my whole point. Like she's mentally
unstable. So it wasn't the actual rider. The rider is the one who rode out in tears. It was the trainer of the horse, or the rider, that was doing the punching of the horse. So basically, like, come now, flea biscuit, come. What you gonna do? What the fuck you gotta do? And
so
then they didn't want to do that.
The trainer run out there and just starts plowing the horse.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Crazy as hell.
That's why the horse was trying to escape. Nigga.
Have any of you ever been on a horse, like an actual horse?
Once.
It's scary. I don't like it.
Like 5 minutes. I was a kid. I was shook.
It's too high up for me.
No. Yeah, I was scared. Matter of fact, that's the same.
I said I'll never ride a horse unless it's my horse and shit like that. I'm not just going to be another motherfucker exploiting this fucking horse, jumping on his back for a fucking $35 pony ride. I refuse to do that shit, yo. I don't exploit that wild animal, yo. We was exploited like that in zoos. I don't go to zoos. Zoos are sad as fuck to me, fam. I don't go to zoos, aquariums.
A lot of people feel like that. I think that zoos, I do think that
zoos do be sad.
I think it's wrong to put them in cages, but at the same time, a lot of those animals need what's the word? They need the publicity.
They need to be free. They need to be in their natural environment.
No. But they need
They need an Instagram.
for conservation efforts. For conservation efforts, people need to see them and understand what their habitats are. Because what happens is when they were just in the wild, you know what happened? We just killed them all. We just
Not we. They, motherfucker.
You think that people? You think we wasn't killing animals?
Not to the point of extinction. Well, unless you go with buffalo soldiers who were ordered to do it. You know what I'm saying?
What? So what were we eating? Not everybody was eating fruits and vegetables.
Not to the point of extinction. Not the point of extinction.
No,
Look, most tribes of people hunted only what they used, and they used every part of the animal. Yeah. They weren't trophy hunting. They weren't doing it to make sure everybody can have a hamburger, and they throw the fucking bullshit away. Tribes, when they hunted animals, they ate or used every single part of that animal religiously. Nothing went to waste. Nothing. So no, they drove these animals to the point of extinction. Let's get this clear, bro. It wasn't we. It was they, and we know who they are, man. And I don't talk like that, but let's be fucking serious.
My point is, it was humans. They didn't just disappear. You know what I mean? So I think that the Jews, what they do is they raise the money.
Then say humans. You can say humans then, but don't say we, because I ain't had no parts in that shit.
I mean, none of us did. Nobody alive did. But my point is,
and look, other than on the scale of hourly worker or underpaid or non-paid scout or guide, did any of us have something to do with that either? Yeah, we might have had to take them to the jungle and show them where the lions was at, but we wasn't shooting them motherfuckers. We got to show them where they's at and then carry it away from them while they jollied away on a fucking trained horse. And you know what I'm saying? The ones who look like us had to carry that shit back for them and probably skin it, gut it, cut it, and just give them the trophy pieces. Because no, man. They need to be held accountable for the shit they do, man.
And what does accountability look like for you?
So we speak on it properly when we speak upon it. That's all I can do to help hold somebody accountable. I got to speak upon it the way it should be spoken upon. Because we didn't drive these animals to the point of extinction. We didn't do that. We didn't put animals in zoos either.
Right, but what I'm saying is now the zoos have started up conservation efforts, and the money that is essentially donated to the zoo when people go is used in a lot of the conservation and regeneration and repopulation.
And at least we hope so. Do you think them little kids on TV, Arms of an Angel? Do you think them dogs and them? Do you think that's where the money goes? Fuck on, come on, man. Cause look, the bitch on the commercial has more money than anybody could ever donate. So what the fuck you asking me 55 cents for when you live in a $38 million mansion and shit? You can eradicate this shit right now immediately. And all your friends you eat dinner with, get along with all your fucking friends who got all that money. You know what I'm saying? The fuck on commercial. How much the commercial cost to shoot? To begin with, take that money and give it to those hungry kids.
But I agree with you. I was thinking that too. Because I think that all the time about the St. Jude's commercials. I'm like, if St. Jude stopped shooting commercials, they'd had the money for the kids. That's what I was saying. They'd have the money. They wouldn't need it. If they just stopped shooting commercials, they just spend the money on the kids, they have it.
Look, man, do you know what the military budget is? You could take a tenth of the military budget and feed everybody, every American.
Yeah, but then Korea gonna be on that ass, boy. That was a joke.
Oh, so you might be the sympathizer.
I'm the equalizer. That's what I hear.
I don't know, man. That's all that's going on in the sports world.
Well, what else happening in this world? We got music. Well, Saquon, he itching to say something. He about to beatbox or some shit. What's happening, Saquon?
You got his hat backwards and shit.
You know what I'm saying? I bet he got a piece of cardboard in his room he practice backspins on and shit.
So that's
Say,
right out my
Oh,
just
You want
boy,
me to
yeah.
is back that motherfucker.
It's funny as hell, nigga.
Oh.
That's what we doing. Niggas want to get into music, man. I got a bunch of shit y'all niggas don't know about for real.
Like what?
Educate us, man.
I mean, shit. It's a couple albums that came out. It's a couple singles that came out. Benny came out with a tape or an album, whatever you want to call it, but not Benny Domino, Benny the Butcher.
Oh, word. Cause I was like, oh, should I heard that shit? Yeah. What's that?
yeah, Benny the Butcher, Pyrex Picasso.
Yeah.
That shit got
What
some
the
shit on that shit hard.
Little mixtape, John. Little EP.
Did
I
you
mean,
listen
you know,
to it?
niggas call them all types of shit these days. Nigga, tapes, albums,
EP,
playlists.
LP. Did
Yeah.
you listen to it?
Yeah, it's like
Good.
it's like 5 or 6 joints on there for real.
How many of them hot? All of them?
Probably like 80%.
Oh, word.
A
Word
five.
up.
What is that?
I
4?
that. He got
Three?
some
Wow.
features on
4
there.
to 6. That's like 4.
Yeah.
I ain't,
Four
mad,
and a half.
I ain't mad at that. That's one of the ones you might not even skip those 2 okay jams. You know what I mean? You might let that one of them run through.
Yeah,
He got some features on there?
He
No,
got
Kanye took all the features for the rest of the year. Ain't nobody got no features. They all on Donda.
Everybody's price went up after that shit.
he
Right.
got the usual suspects on there. He ain't got nobody real crazy on that shit. You know what I'm saying? He got Conway on there.
Is it
Hyde
Skirt
on there.
Conway or the other Conway? What's Conway?
Huh?
Is it Skirt Conway or the other one?
Yeah, see? Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Did
I
it
don't
ever confirm that though? That he was in it? I mean, because I didn't see it. I just read a little piece of the article. I didn't actually see it though.
That nigga tweeted about it. He said, nigga, I'm gonna be wearing more shit like this. So get ready.
So be it.
Fuck it.
So be it. Let your balls breathe, fam.
He said, since it's Alexander McQueen, nigga, I'm wearing it. I don't give a fuck. That's what he said.
I hate when people do that too. Because just because it's a label don't mean. I mean, there's
That's what I'm
Alexander
saying.
McQueen.
That's
A
what he
lot
said.
of those fashion houses have trash designs. Not all across the board, right? Like Gucci has nice stuff, McQueen has nice stuff, but it's like just because it's the brand name, that just
Oh yeah.
that negates the fact that you're wearing a skirt. Like I don't.
Look,
You know what? In my opinion,
I mean, unless it's Savu or Color Hearts, I ain't hearing it.
that's what the fuck I'm talking.
Yo, I was gonna say, yeah, I hate the fact that niggas run to these white people, these white labels like that, man.
That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. If he'd have been like, this is boom, Savu or Color Harder, a black designer, so I'm rocking this shit. I'm like, okay, work.
Those Telfar bags are flying off the shelf. Now anybody rocking that? Like I don't understand. Like it's
hold on,
really
look, I
weird to
said
me
the
that like
same
the
thing.
first thing we do when we get money is run to these fashion houses. Do you know how much money Gucci and Alexander McQueen generate in a year, in 6 months? Like you know what I mean? Like the level they don't
Yeah, I
need
told
no more
And,
promotion.
The
and
niggas.
the streets
Oh,
follow.
niggas.
And the streets follow. So everybody's buying Gucci and
the same thing
Balenciaga
with
and
George, yo.
It's
I said
status.
with
It's
George.
about
Just because they got a
status. It's
fucking
about
George
status.
sign on it doesn't make it hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's about status. I mean, we're all. I mean,
a
I
lot
got
of that's
Nike. You know what I
garbage.
mean? Like I've bought expensive items before. Like it's all about status. But I mean, I get it, right? Like, but also it's kind of whack to me. Like Jigga said, for
A lot
every
of that
one
shit.
Gucci, support 2 Fubus. I'm not saying don't buy Gucci. I'm just saying also buy Fubu. You know what I mean? Like that's where people get messed up with me because it's like don't brand that. Oh, this is McQueen, so it don't matter because it's McQueen. But the black brand will just be on the hush. That's just what they wear, you know, around their friends. Don't really. That's not what gets the highlight on the red carpet. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Bogus.
that's whack to me.
that's just like
It's not like that across the board, right? Like there's definitely black designers and people that wear black labels, and that's dope. But we need to see more of that. Hip hop is we are the when black people understand that we are the pulse, we are literally the pulse of cool. When they get that, a lot of shit will change. The only reason he'll figure Gucci, Vuitton, Burberry, Balenciaga, Van Cleef and Arpels. I mean, I could go name names all day. The reason why they're so big is because when we got our hands on them,
Queen
Hilfiger
Latifah,
was trash until Aaliyah, Timberland, what's his name, Genuine, all them start rocking it in the '90s, and then all of a sudden, boom, just skyrocketed. And then now all of a sudden, like Timberlands too. Timberlands were construction boots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they make them in powder blue. You ain't going to nobody's construction site with powder blue Timbs. Like, you know what I mean?
I had some of them shits too, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, you had the powder blue Timbs?
Facts, nigga.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's what I'm saying. I
I
got
used
some. That mine are powder blue, but I got some in my closet right now. Like I get it from a consumer perspective. Like, okay, I like this and I want to wear it. But to me, it's just like I don't know. It's not like the end. Like if something happens to it, it's not like okay, well, I'm gonna die because something happened to my Timbs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
You know what I think happened? I believe these fashion designers give these hot rappers a fucking bag, and the bag's so big they can't say no.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even believe that. I believe that the rappers are so brainwashed that they do it for free. I don't even think they're getting paid.
Facts.
I don't
Facts.
even think they're getting paid. I think what's
Facts.
happening is they just see everybody wearing it and they're like, oh, I need to have it too. It's free promotion. Gucci and Burberry, and I mean, the list goes on and on. It's all free promotion. Now, there are campaigns that they've done with rappers. Like I know back in the day, Lil Kim had campaigns, and that's ongoing. But for the most part, when they drop it in songs, that's just stunting on us. You know what I mean? That's just like, oh, I got this and you don't. That's free.
I hope that ain't the case.
That's definitely the case.
It is.
They're not paying
It
this
is.
guy. They're not paying them.
That shit cold. But look, it says, speaking
Ain't gotta
slang,
pay us shit.
talking shit. Speaking slang, talking shit. Speaking slang, talking.
Talking shit.
That's what we are, and that's what we do. We just went right off of that mini album. What else you got happening? Say quiet.
Color Heart Savu collab coming soon.
Definitely got the color heart cracking. I'll be wearing Savu next show, you know what I'm saying? I got the beanie. Yeah, I ain't ready, you know what I'm saying? Benny hooked me up with the beanie, you know what I'm saying? I ain't ready for that. I'm gonna rock that thing crazy, looking like Adebisi, like I'm fresh out of Oz, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Big church, big work. But yeah, that's the beauty of our show, man. It's all unorthodox. What else you got for us, Saquon?
Fat Joe Crack. He got a new Gangsta Grills tape out. It's called What Would Big Do?
Joey?
Yeah.
For real?
It's called What Would Big Do?
I thought it'd be What Would Pun Do?
I'm
Yeah.
not checking that out.
Right.
Is
Yeah,
he
it's
talking
called.
about Pun or is he talking about Big?
Hey, he probably recorded that whole shit after the verses.
Yo.
He was like, hold up, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
But hold on, is he referring to Big Pun or is he referring to Big?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe Big L.
Yeah. Look, when I hear Big, I think Notorious.
I mean, when you hear Big, you think Notorious, but that could be what draws people in. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you think Big.
He would. What would Pun do? He would definitely said, "What would Pun do?"
Yeah, right.
But that don't sound the same. What would Pun do? That sound like Rapunzel. What would Pun do?
That would have been dope too, though. I'm still going to download it illegally.
Rapunzel.
I'm gonna need y'all to get Tidal. Now we talk about black and you
Nigga, I got Tidal, nigga. That's my shit.
Man,
I got his Tidal.
Scotty, holla at your boy.
Nah, but that shit is cool. Yo, yeah, he got a few joints on there, man. I don't know if I'm gonna say it's cool, man.
Most of his joints usually be pretty dope, though. I just ain't grabbed none from him in a minute.
Who, Joey?
That Jealous Ones with Envy and all them shits back in the day, them shits was hard, yo.
He on some other shit now, man.
What's he doing? Gospel?
Nah, he rapping, but he on some.
Nigga is leaning back, taking communion.
Yeah. He talking about being on a boat, chilling and shit. He ain't talking about that Joe Crack shit. You know what I'm saying? No more.
I guess.
And Joe Crack and 40-something years. Like, how are you gonna talk about that?
Yeah. It ain't necessary. You can't be mad at it. Progression, because if you still 40 plus after a major rap career rapping about selling work, shit, bro. What else you doing?
Yeah, right.
What's
That's
hope?
like everybody. They say
Hope.
everybody's a boss. Ain't nobody working. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got an ounce no more. Everybody got keys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got kilos.
Give
Uh,
I mean, but rap is that's what it is. That's the culture. You know what I mean? It's flashy. It's braggadocious. What would it be if not for that? And they love it. And I see rap in Caillou. I see rap in commercials. I see rap all over the place, yo. Like they literally all over the place. They use it everywhere. Like stuff you wouldn't even. I was watching a Wayfair commercial the other day. I'm like, is he flowing?
What's the commercial?
Wayfair, you got just what I need.
Oh, Wayfair. So that little, it's like finger hunting shit. Yeah, that's funny. It was rapping on that joint. What are we rapping on that?
Caillou raps.
Excuse
Say
me?
what?
I said Caillou raps.
Caillou rap, Sesame Street, all that
Sesame
shit.
Street. Oh, Sesame Street been doing it for years. They've been hit.
Dr. Seuss. I mean,
Who?
Nigga, look, you got Florida sheriffs rapping after confiscating niggas' chains. They rapping.
Who?
There was the sheriffs. I think they was in Florida.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, they confiscated these niggas' chains and shit. This nigga
Took
busted
the people. Yeah, I seen that.
white boy busted a whack ass rap, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he rapped. I mean, well, it was
They
meant to
feel like,
be.
you know what it is? They thought it was like putting on the mask. Remember Jim Carrey in the mask? They thought if I put this chain on, I'm gonna have the juice.
Yeah,
And he did not get the juice because that is not how it works.
that shit was whack as hell. 4 thumbs down to that nigga. A whack ass rapping ass sheriff.
How y'all be doing the emojis? I want to do an emoji.
It's just say we're gonna say react down that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's on. Let me
I
do
can
it
do
for
the
you. Now, when you click on it, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay. I like the hearts. It's for color hearts.
Ah, shit, is y'all lagging, yo?
It
No,
was a second ago.
mine isn't.
Yeah, mine was a
Shout out
little
color
bit.
hearts.
Pop your collar.
What
Get
else? What
them.
else we got in the music news?
One second. Let me interject 1 second. Speaking of color hearts, Saquon, man, where could they at least see your designs at? Let them know.
They can see him on Instagram right now, Color Hearts. It's COLOURED Heart. Website coming soon, real soon.
And then if they want some now, they can order what through the DM, through the inbox.
Yeah, holla at me.
Word
Huh?
up.
What's
Benny,
the Instagram page that they can order it from?
Huh?
What's the page name?
Color Hearts. That's what I mean. It's CLOURED Hearts.
so what he's saying is go to Color Hearts on, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. And if you want to order something, hit the DM. He'll get you right. You know what I'm saying?
The website under construction, but we're gonna be up in the next week though.
Word up, just like that.
Real shit.
Easy. Hit him with the LeBron James slam dunk on your face. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with some of that right there. So Benny Domino, where can they find that Savu brand at, fella?
Word up.
I already know. BennyDomino.com/shop shop Savu. Or you can just go to BennyDomino.com. I got a lot of stuff on there. You can go to my website my Instagram, which is Biggie Benzo. Or you can go to the Savu Instagram, which is just Savu_brand. Savu is spelled SAVOU.
FABOLO.
NITOUO. That's it.
Word up. Say please finish, sir. What else you got happening in the music, bro?
That's it for the albums for real, man. Singles wise though, I know that Essence joint, the remix came out. I don't know if y'all familiar with that joint.
No.
Wizkid.
I seen it. Well, I'm the only one that got titles, so
I ain't have.
You and me both, man.
that's it. I
Uh,
get everything right up, fresh off the presses. Soon as it
yeah, I
drops.
got title. I got title too.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you see that Cardi and Lizzo music video? Did you see it? What'd you think about it?
I ain't see the whole
What
video.
you said was? She said it was a hot ass mess.
Nah, she ain't close enough. We ain't hearing none of that.
That's what it looked like though, nigga. Shit.
Benny, if she ain't in the camera,
That
man,
shit
we
look
hearing none of
crazy as hell.
If she ain't in the
No,
camera, then it
man,
don't
I
count.
told you what she said. She said it's a hot ass mess.
She on there with a
He said, come again, say what?
that. So
that
what?
shit.
Listen, I think that the
Naked?
music
They butt
video
naked like
was,
Cardi and the other chick in the video?
uh,
They butt naked like Cardi and the other chick in the video?
hurt. Both of them are.
That's
All
what I'm.
of them.
Are they, you know what I'm saying? Because what was
All
that
of
other
them.
video? What was that
All of
last
them.
video Cardi did with somebody
But
else?
if you peep, you gotta watch
Oh,
it.
wow.
Cardi's chair is in the shape of a penis.
What?
She's sitting on a chair, and then the balls, like her feet are on the balls, and then there's like a little penis on, like with wings on it, flying around, and then both of the, you know how you, I don't even know what to call them, but like the front, like of the side of the chair, like the front, it's like two pillars, and they're in the shape of, they're not even in the shape. It's they're penises. They got the wrinkles and everything. It's kind of crazy. I don't. My thing is,
I definitely didn't see that shit.
I'm conflicted. I feel like it's, I guess it's creative, but I just don't understand like why it's always.
The
I mean, I
foul.
get that sex sells, but it's
Look,
like
look,
like is that all? You know
no,
what I mean? Like, why you sit on a penis chair?
look, fam.
Apologize.
We are in a new age. We're in a new age where the phallus is going to be celebrated and the vagina will be definitely taken off the market. Like, look, you can't talk to or flirt with women anymore, really, without crossing a borderline somewhere uh, socially. Like they're demonizing heterosexuality, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it was a couple years ago. A couple years ago, there was articles and shit like that where like you can't tell a woman like she looks cute or looks good anymore, like especially in the workplace.
Yeah,
Like
they
today,
no cat. No
like
cat
they
call.
paint that shit like there's certain things you can't say. You see now, like I said, yes, some of these people, most of these people should be brought up and their allegations should be brought to the forefront, but they're demonizing heterosexuality. And what they're doing is they're putting the phallus on parade and glorifying homosexuality. You know, and they are glorifying. It's okay to put it up next to, but it's like glorification because you just the way homosexuality was demonized, I want to say 10, 12 years ago. Now
Today,
heterosexuality is being demonized.
it's still being demonized. Like I don't think that there's a world where homosexuality becomes more popular, I guess, or like in the spirit of popular opinion than heterosexuality. It just doesn't even make sense. Like heterosexual, I mean, like we are all here because it's heterosexual sex. Like there's no question about that. Like that, it's the only. I mean, it's life producing. That's the point of it. So to me, I feel like I don't personally think that it's being demonized, and anybody that does have an agenda to demonize it, I mean, that's doesn't even. I mean, I can't even make. I can't even articulate a sentence because it just doesn't make sense to me. But I do think that there's something to be said for the fact that hip hop especially and the black community especially has huge issues with homosexuality, and then you have to wonder like, okay, they have an issue when it's men, but when it's two women, everybody's eyebrows go up. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But like, it's like almost like I don't want to say a double standard, but it's very like it's very.
Oh, it's definitely a double standard. It's definitely a double standard. I mean, honestly,
But I get it. Like I get it, right? Like I get it. Like, but I feel like men's ego. I don't know how I don't know what I want to say. But I disagree. But I don't know exactly how to articulate what it is that I'm feeling. I think that there's a certain level of men who are comfortable in their masculinity enough to where it doesn't bother them, right? But then there's those that are like Boosie. He's extremely bothered. And so you gotta wonder, like, why do you care so much? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And then like the stuff that he's bringing up, it's always like Lil Nas X, obviously, because he's the one that's pushing, his brand right now, and he's I guess
The
I don't
fake.
know, he's just the face of it, I guess.
Right.
But the question that I raised is like, okay, so he did a music video where they had to blur it out because he was naked. Cardi did a music video where she was butt naked, head to toe, no shoes on even, and they didn't blur that. All they did was just like literally just skin tone her nipples and like basically make her look like a Barbie doll, like so you didn't see any, and that was it. It didn't raise, you know what I mean? Like people weren't like, oh my god, like WAP kind of got under people's skin a little bit when they dropped WAP, but that's because it reached a different market. That's because white kids and little, were listening to it, and so then it was like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
this is the problem. But
So
it wasn't like
was singing about WAP. Yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts on the matter, but I can't quite articulate it 100%.
No, but I totally hear what you're saying without question. I hear what you're saying.
I agree with some of what you're saying, though. I do think that
I do believe that the phallus is being pushed to the forefront of everything. Like,
yeah, I don't get it though. Like, why does she have to sit in a chair?
Leo, I don't need to keep seeing dicks, or my kids don't need to potentially keep being able to see dicks because they're on YouTube or you know what I mean, or watching videos, MTV, or anything of that nature. So I don't
everything see though.
Benny's gonna take a commercial break. Benny will be right back. I'm just taking a commercial.
Oh, so we can do that?
That's how that works.
Oh,
They Quad gone. He ain't take no break, but shit. But I guess Benny had to take a commercial break, which is justified. Fair enough, because shit, Scotty.
It's going in a lot better than I'm saying. Well, we didn't even say what episode this is. No, none of that. We didn't do nothing. We didn't even have nothing at the beginning.
This episode uno. I don't know how to say that shit in Spanish. This is episode uno.
Once.
Unce. This is episode unce in Espanol. This is speaking slang, talking shit. This is the first ever
talking speaking talking.
Yeah. This is
back like somebody who made our porridge, motherfucker.
Visually reported show of speaking slang and talking shit. I am BIGG Church. I'm here with two of my other co-hosts. Benny Domino will be back at a commercial break. I guess that's the benefit of
speaking slang, talking shit.
Real shit. But what else you got happening in the news, Saquon? I mean, in the music world.
Music world, shit. I was telling you earlier already. AZ coming out with his new shit, "Do or Die 2" or "Do or Die 2." You don't know.
Pardon me. I need to have
the first one. I should dope. I'm saying like that one, but 9 Lives is probably my personal favorite AZ of all time. 9 Lives is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this joint it come out next month on the 10th. He got Wayne on it. He got Ross on there. He got Conway on there. He got Pete Rock, Davies.
I'm back. That was unprofessional.
You said what?
Said I'm back. I apologize. That was unprofessional.
Shit, what was wrong? I ain't a problem with.
No, you good.
Underdig me?
They left.
Oh, sure. But no, you said come out next month on the.
Huh?
They're in my bedroom.
Say Quali said he'll be right over right after the show. Like he's coming right after the show.
Better ask Tar about me.
Hey, look, that boy said Qual, he about to drive and record the show from his phone. Like,
That'll be fire.
He's gonna be knocking on my
We're in the
door.
Benny door like
He's gonna be knocking on the door. This is Saquon on location at Benny's house.
Right?
shit, this is a good idea, right? On location, right?
Good fucking idea right there.
Great fucking idea.
For real.
How about that? Saquon with the shits, boy.
Yeah, you know that Donda
Put the bra on.
the album that's never gonna come out. Then they
Raw, hell
talking
yeah.
about it's August 22nd now.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You pushed it back to August.
August 22nd.
We in August right now. It's like the 14th, 15th, and shit like
Right.
that.
Right.
I just feel like he's trolling because this is building hype. It's creating
Niggas is over this shit.
it's creating demand.
I'm gonna tell you what he doing. That nigga trying to wait for the boy.
For Drake, yeah, I know, but even more than that, it's also creating demand.
Nah, it's not.
I think niggas is over this shit.
You know what this is?
Not at all. Because I guarantee you, because what's gonna happen? It's gonna drop.
We already got the whole album.
And everybody is going to be so intrigued to hear why it took so long. His album sales are going to be through the roof. This is a gimmick. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, look, I think Yeezy's trying to hit a certain number in pre-sales. You know what I'm saying? I think he told motherfuckers he probably hedged his bet like I bet I can go platinum in pre-sales before I even release the album, and he ain't there yet, so he pushing that shit back.
He could have just sold it to Samsung or sold it to iPhone or whatever, like Jigga did, if that was the case.
Hey man, I don't know. People probably ain't fucking with him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and he's not an athlete. He's not.
He's living there.
And he made $7 million off that last show.
Yeah, like he's not. Kanye is not. He is very in demand. Like very, very, very. Like Kim's ex-husband. Like yeah, people want to see it. He's crazy as cat shit, but people love that. You know what I mean? Like
Kim's ex-husband. That's cold.
No, I mean he's.
I'm
speaking from the perspective of the public. Like that's not how I feel about him. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
you know, that's how. You gotta understand, there's a generation of kids that didn't grow up with Kanye the way that we did. They only know him as the crazy husband of Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
They wasn't there. You know.
Rumors of them getting back together as well too.
He was with the isolated people. People don't even know about that.
The rumors of it.
Hey, look.
Rumors
I got the whole album already.
Together?
Damn, son.
You said what?
Already.
I got the whole album already.
You think he heard the whole album?
I got the whole
album already.
Oh yeah, you fucking switch that whole shit up. It'd just be 11 tracks of him breathing.
Nigga on his pootie tank shit.
Hey, look, man. To all our viewers, man, I'm from where the hood at, man. I'm gonna smoke this roach to a pinch. I've been drinking my water out of an old mayonnaise jar all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you show that roach on camera? Now everybody knows you smoking roaches.
Look, watch this.
That's 100 hits right there. What you talking about?
Look, I smoke the whole joint. It's just I keep putting it out. I'm gonna keep relighting this motherfucker too. I guess it's done now, but
you was talking about me about how little bit was in the blunt, but you said there's some dragging on that fingernails worth of weed.
there was a lot of weed in that joint. You had a whole ass blunt with a little bit of weed in it, so you smoking just paper.
It wasn't a little bit. It was a lot of it.
I didn't even see that blunt go around. What happened to it? You lit that motherfucker, it burned up like a cheap ass.
Went around. They smoked it. That wasn't for me. That was for them.
Heard that.
Yes.
See what I said? BNA. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, it was a couple other joints, man. West Side Gun, Fab got a new joint.
Yeah, I heard you banging that Fab shit. Yo, what is that? What is that? Summertime Shootouts 11?
Nah, it's West Side Gun and Fab. It's off the Godfather Harlem soundtrack.
That shit probably hard. Bro.
It's called Brick by Brick. Yeah, that shit is Fab went off on there.
Yeah,
man, I download that motherfucking trying to get that golf Harlem soundtrack since the first season, yo. The first season, every jam on it hard as fuck, yo.
Hey, Scotty, I bet you can go somewhere and buy it. Like, I bet you can buy it.
I bet I won't.
Get it. I've been trying to get it. Like, there's not Apple, Spotify, Tidal, Pandora. I've been trying to get it.
You heard what he said. He try and get it. He ain't trying to. he trying to go get that.
They selling it at Target. He's still trying to get it.
I'll buy when they open up FYE.
Bring Sam Goody back.
Hey, when they bring Radio Shack back, I'll buy it.
Is Radio Shack, are they all closed now?
They've been closed now, all the Radio
All of
Shacks,
them?
like years. Yeah, like all of them years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like 10 plus years ago, yo.
It been that long? Oh, but damn, I thought there might be one somewhere. But
Man, I closed them down when we still lived in DC, yo.
You know the last Blockbusters in Oregon.
It's gone.
the last one's gone?
They closed
Nah, this one in like it's like Idaho or some shit, ain't it?
Nah,
I saw it on the news. They closed the last Blockbuster.
when was that?
For what? Netflix.
I said,
Hulu,
when was
Amazon
that?
Prime. Huh?
I said,
He said when? What?
Oh, when? Oh, I don't remember when, but I do recall that I saw that they closed it. Unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. Let me Google it.
Yeah, because they got on Netflix. They have a documentary that I saw. It's called The Last Blockbuster. It's about the
I
last.
think they closed it right after they shot that.
Damn, for real.
Literally, it was like cut. It was like tear this bitch down.
They had the bulldozers outside.
That's just the Little Caesars right now.
A Little Caesars.
I remember when Little Caesars
wait. I stand corrected. The last Blockbuster is surviving the pandemic. This was November 2nd of 2020. And the last Blockbuster in the world is located, who said Oregon? Because you were correct. In Bend, Oregon, by tapping into the nostalgia of the iconic video store. But my thing is, like, I guess people got DVD players, right? Like, that's because I can't imagine
I still got one and my PlayStation.
It's nostalgic.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about the PS.
It's nostalgic, man. You just want to walk in there and see. You know what I'm saying?
I still own DVDs, man. You crazy as hell. Pop that bitch in. You know what I'm saying?
I own DVDs too, but I don't watch them. I mean, like, who's watching
Hey, look, your router ever go out? The internet ain't promised. You got to do something. You know what I'm saying?
My cell phone ain't never went out. I got Netflix on my phone.
Chicks still, females still hit the red box all the time, man.
Females hit the red box.
Oh yeah.
For what?
DVDs. That's what the red box is.
Hey, yo, my
true millennial. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. A red box? Not no more.
You got to remember, Saquon with milk. Saquon with milks. You know what I'm saying? So milfs. Saquon a milk hunter.
I remember we talked about that 2015.
You ain't never seen no red box? Nigga, the thing outside the gas
Of course, I've seen a red box, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know anybody that still uses it.
Oh, yeah.
They're definitely highly in demand. With the 4 gold carat pieces. Not some old joints. These are some 24 carat pieces.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm not passing judgment. It is what it is. I just never, it's just
His
like
little thing that we still ain't been updated on. Remember?
What?
Wait, look, he ain't talking about it. I ain't gonna talk about it.
I don't know what y'all niggas talking about, man.
I mean, we got like 3 episodes about it. We want to know. It's like more.
I think we're still talking about music.
I forgot.
We're talking about Kendrick. That was the next thing I was gonna ask. Where the fuck is Kendrick? That's the question.
Is Kendrick Lamar, yo?
I think I seen that on the back of a book box.
That nigga done retired on niggas, man.
No, he ain't retired. He on Kanye's album. Kanye got him locked up at the Mercedes-Benz studio.
Hell no.
Can't even get out.
They
I
got to
know he ain't on that shit.
gonna write all this shit. They probably writing Drake's next album. For real, for real.
Hell no.
Kendrick is probably penning Drake's next shit, yo.
So wait, when is Drake supposed to drop?
Done that shit. Nobody knows.
That was a real question too, by the way. That wasn't me like being funny.
Nah, that was the other shit too. That's what I was. That's why niggas. I don't know. That's why they saying Kanye is still stalling and shit.
No. To be serious though, I said this to y'all fellas before. I don't know if it was on record or not. I'm gonna put it on record. I think Kendrick just has a serious case of writer's block. I just think I don't think he can top down in the current mind state that he's in.
Think about the first 3 albums. They was all no. That one was a movie, one was a poem, one was written backwards. What else you gonna do? Have that motherfucker floating when you die? It's gonna be floating in the air. You're gonna be able to see the music at that.
He's probably just in the process of, you know how it is when you're being, all of us are creators, right? Like, so you know how it is when you're in your creative space and you don't want to sort of even say anything to the outside world because you don't even want it, like, until it's ready to be ingested, you don't even want to give it like a crumb. So I think you could be correct. I'm not just trying to be contrary for the sake of being contrary. Maybe he does have writer's block, but also maybe he's just like in a super, super, super just deep creative space. Like I personally have been in that for myself. I don't know if it's what's happening in the world or what, but I have been writing like crazy. I got a new y'all don't even know. I'm making songs like every day, like, and it's just I've just been feeling super creative. So I think maybe he is too, and maybe he's just got something. Hopefully he got something, but hopefully he doesn't have.
I hope so. I hope so, because I think when that shit drops, it's gonna blow niggas out the water.
Yo, City, that picture behind you is so dope. I just keep looking at it.
Yeah, that shit dope, bro.
You got that hair?
Yeah.
Huh.
I copped that hair. I got probably 60% of my art once I moved to Phoenix.
Is that Lil Wayne?
What is that?
Is that Lil Wayne?
You're like the second person who said that. No, it's not Lil Wayne. It's just I seen it. It reached out to me, and I bought it.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it.
What's crazy. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Man, that
shit is dope though, for sure.
it's crazy. But no, it's not Lil Wayne. But when I seen it, I was like, damn. Like I said, so what I'm gonna do, every time we do one of these shows, I'm gonna hang a different piece of my artwork in the back. You know what I'm saying? I'll just do that. I'll keep hanging different shit in the back. So I really check out my man. My shit crazy. And then next time we do a live show in person down this way, I'll bring y'all in. I'll show y'all all my art, man. My shit, man. Yeah. It ain't no Basquiat's and shit, but my collection crazy. And it's eclectic as fuck. It was like my music collection.
These is
you raising your hand, nigga? You
Oh yeah, we sell.
Basquiat.
Word up. But nah, yo, that's about it. That's about it on the shit, man.
What'd you say, Benny?
No, I was just talking stuff. But I had a question and it just went out of my head. Dang, I forgot what I wanted to ask. It'll come to me.
Word up. What else you got for music, Saquon?
Nah, I said that's about it for the music. Oh, you know what? There was that one, the Wu-Tang shit though.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
There was the Wu-Tang shit. I guess the way that I read it, it was young Dirty Bastard, who was the son of old Dirty Bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Is his
and
cousin.
looked just like him. Have you ever seen him? He looked exactly like his dad.
Yeah.
Just like him, but he ain't nice though.
Nah.
Neither is his son or Biggie's son. All three of them black.
Yeah, Biggie's kids. I don't know.
Hey, well, you can't expect them to be their fathers. Like you can't expect that. Shit.
I know that. Trying
to
have you ever heard Big Pun's son? He tried to rap fast and everything. His dad, yo.
Chris Rivers?
Chris Rivers is nice.
Hey, yo, Chris Rivers is hard as fuck, bro.
Nice
only on certain beats. Yo, you ever heard him on anything else? Trash.
You're crazy.
Nah, you wild as hell.
Call him trash.
You got to revisit that, bro. You got to revisit
he
that.
Is not trash.
Chris Rivers hard as fuck, bro.
He's
not hard, dog. Hey, nah, punch not hard. You gotta. We
That's that nigga.
you gotta revisit that one, bro.
He's
100%.
trying to
I
his
100%
dad. I don't fuck
agree. He is not trash.
Hey, look, you
with
entitled to
his
your own
dad.
opinion hard, but I don't know, bro. You might gotta revisit that one.
Yeah, you ain't seen him like that.
Maybe.
Good
I've
man.
I've heard most shit from him. I actually own shit from him that's on my laptop and shit. I mean, trust me. I just don't like the shit.
So
Fair
you
enough.
stole it, is what you're saying. You stole.
I did what? No, I borrowed it and I borrowed it and kept it. Nigga. Hey, you borrowed something so long you had to ask for your own shit back.
But what was you saying about Wu Saquon?
Oh yeah, shit. Apparently they got it was two dudes. It was I said it was his cousins, a nigga named 12 o'clock and a nigga named Murdoch
Mm-hmm.
from the Brooklyn Zoo. I guess
Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah,
that was that rap name of that
that was the
or
group
whatever.
name, Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah,
Z.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they
12
ended up getting they
o'clock.
got shot and killed on the West Coast, shot and killed in Oregon, right? Portland and shit.
Yeah.
When?
It was recent, within the past week, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, R.I.P. Man. It's 12 o'clock in the
my bad
man.
about that. I
Condolences to the
but,
family, man.
yeah, my bad
Yeah,
about that.
it's
Yeah,
like
that's fucking.
oh, shit. Like 20 shots and some other shit. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, was it like a robbery?
I don't know. I'd say some shit about it was possible it was about jealousy and envy and
Jealous
some
one
other
still
stuff.
envy.
Oh no, man. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that shit's tough, man. It sucks for people to still be killing each other in the street, man. White, black, whatever color you are, man. That shit sucks, man. For
Yeah,
real.
that's
We,
no good. That's
we
black
got
as hell.
we got to do better as a fucking race, man. As a race of people, we got to do better. Real shit.
I feel like Thanos. Only the strong survive.
6 rings and my MJ Rom Thanos. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. My word. My word. Benny like he's about to do some Beyonce shit right there. Oh, the single.
It was because of the rings, because of the glove.
That's not how Thanos did it, bro.
That's exactly how Thanos did it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You need to go watch the movie again.
Yeah, spirit fingers, nigga.
He said that's not how Thanos did it.
He said
He
that
got the
nigga had
glove
jazz
and he
hands.
looked at it and he balled his hands up and then he snapped.
He had jazz hands. Hey, man, when you snap, you go skibbity bop, bibbity bop. Hey,
That's what I was doing for my last song.
I know.
saw that video.
So fun when a rabbit got the gun. Skibbity bop, skibbity bop. That shit was hard though. Real shit, I can't front.
I ain't go front. That was hard though.
That shit. Hey, but speaking of skibbity pap, fish or chicken?
What?
Chicken.
It's or chicken. Oh,
I saw that shit. Saquon did that shit a couple shows ago. But we talking about some shit. He said, speaking of something, fish or chicken. They had shit to do with what the fuck we was talking about, my nigga.
yeah, that song was like, what? I thought the shit went mute. And I was like, oh, I can't hear no.
That shit was fun.
Definitely chicken though.
Yeah, for the record, the answer is chicken.
Yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
not-
And I'm still gonna go with fish, man. Seafood in general, man.
Kings and queens, fries and wings.
Eh?
They got fish too.
Eh? Hey, look. Eh?
I'll pull a menu out right now, goddamn it, and call and order something.
Look.
You know where we should go? We should go to this place. We just went earlier today for the birthday. We went to it's a spot called Chelsea's Kitchen. Bomb food.
Who's what's it called?
Called Chelsea's Kitchen. It's in Phoenix.
I've heard of that before, yeah.
The
I
food
don't
is.
think I've heard of it.
You saw the steez I had on, so like that's the steez, but it was good food, though.
You talking about that Dave Hollister?
Yeah, I was cracking up. Y'all said that.
Yeah. You gotta dress up and shit.
I mean, you don't have to dress up, but like it's more of an elevated vibe.
Word. Well, shit, man. You know, we always make something happen. Look,
I was gonna say because we got a birthday coming up, don't we?
yeah, we do, man. That's
Yeah,
Uh,
yours truly, yo.
Hey, damn,
Next
days. Good.
Thursday, yours truly, yo.
I ain't even,
Thursday.
paying no attention. Yo, we've gotten this month so fast, yo. It's crazy, yo. Like, I didn't even realize it was August for real.
My word.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though. 5 days.
I do these things. I want to do one too.
What?
Another time around the sun, bro. Another time around the sun. But
Back on my shit another year around.
let me go shake the snake. Then I want to get into my segment, which is ain't nothing new in the news.
Asshole.
Ain't nothing in the fucking news. Look, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm stepping away. I gotta shake the snake, Roberts, motherfucker. Like,
Just take it.
I gotta. When you talk that shit, I gotta bring in shit like this, like.
real shit.
Another am I an asshole?
While I step away, while I step away, I'm gonna start a quick debate amongst you three, and I'll come back in and join it.
Don't add me in the shit, nigga, because I don't beat the shit, so don't add me in shit.
No. Quick debate. It'll be squash quick. It's everybody's own opinion. But what do y'all think the best board game is? Best board game. I'll be right back.
Hey,
Monopoly.
the P on this nigga hat stand for piss. This nigga got
Y'all are crazy.
It's definitely Monopoly though, man. That's the tried and true, nigga. That's definitely it's gotta. What the fuck board game is better than Monopoly?
Nah, you gotta play Monopoly Cheaters, though. That's just the dopest shit ever.
Who?
Monopoly Cheaters.
What the fuck is that?
I never even heard of that.
Yo, Monopoly Cheaters is basically like, so, I mean, it's just like Monopoly and shit, you know what I'm saying? Same exact dip. But on there, I mean, it's own rules. Like, basically, you make your own rules. You can steal money out the bank. You can steal people's property if you get away with it. Know what I'm saying? It's wild.
I feel like I do that in a regular Monopoly.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to. But the thing is, like, if you accuse someone of stealing and you can't prove it, or you're wrong, they get to take. It's a whole bunch of shit, though. Like it's a wild ass game, yo. It's definitely fun as hell. You gotta, and when you go to jail, you gotta put a handcuff on and shit, like an actual handcuff.
Cheaters
And
Monopoly. That cheater Monopoly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit's hard as hell. Like
Is it like a real thing, or is it like black people with their own Uno rules?
I buy $1 for like $5, yo. Like that's a real game. It's Monopoly.
Heard of it?
It's $5.
No, he cut it for $5. Look, he put me on. I went and bought one. I paid like $25 for that bitch. It's the cheaters version of Monopoly. The object of the game is the cheat, flat out.
Yeah.
Look, the bank passes from person to person. When it's your turn, you hold the bank. So if ain't nobody looking, you can take all the 500s out that bitch. If they don't catch you, you rich. You can take property, houses, hotel. The goal is to cheat. That's the whole goal is to fucking cheat.
Hell yeah.
You're not going to let you cheat.
Well, how is that any different than? I mean, that's
nah. Look.
That's what they do to us.
Yo, before the next show, I'll bring it over. We'll play that shit, dog.
I think we should play it during the next show.
Show it real quick.
Yo, that's dope. We could play during the next. Yeah, that's dope. Yo. And look, boom. So look, we're gonna eat some weed brownies and play Cheater Monopoly during the next show.
Oh yeah, I thought about that. I'm not eating a brownie.
You're crazy as hell. You got no choice, bro. It's the stipulations to the contract, man.
Facts. Nigga.
Look,
You can eat
as
heavy,
I said,
but you eating that shit, motherfucker. Yeah, go
I know
ahead.
you joint like kind of close. Why don't you show them your joint? Show them like the cover to it.
Nope.
Show the what?
Look,
Huh?
nope. I ain't nope.
Oh, because that's promotion. My bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like going up, go get it, and all the rest of that shit. So nope.
Well, it don't matter no way because that's not the best board game. The best board game is life, hands down.
I
Yeah,
don't think I've ever fully played that game to the end.
I know you ain't played that shit before.
no,
Putting, putting a little
nobody
pink
plays that
blue
shit.
people on and shit in the house. It's
Who
trash.
don't? I do. I play it.
That's a game for people with no friends. They sit there
I
and
mean, I
feel
haven't
by
played
themselves.
it in a long time, but like, I like life. I like the game.
Nigga,
You gonna
it's
say
better.
life is like for people with no friends, but y'all play Monopoly? It's the same concept.
It's not the same concept. That shit boring though.
Nigga,
Not
best
boring.
board game ever is Candyland, nigga, for sure.
Make
Oh
it
yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah. I'd like to change mine to Candyland.
Candyland, for sure. Suits and letters, nigga.
It's
Oh
funny.
You
no,
know the
man,
one I hate. What's the
no.
one you hate? What's the one you
Operation,
hate the most?
operation,
Close?
Yeah,
operation.
that's not a board game.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You gotta pick the bones out of crevices.
It's a board game.
Okay.
You
Is
take
Hungry
turn. It's
Hungry
a challenge.
Hippos?
You gotta think about it. Operation is definitely a board game.
Hungry Hippos is a board game.
Oh yeah. Oh. I'd like to change my vote. I like Hungry Hippos the best. I forgot about these games. To be honest, I don't play games. I play bitches.
Oh, all right. Good. That was the wild card.
Like, let me quit. I'm just playing bitches. You hear me? Psych, I was just playing. Damn.
What's your high score, nigga?
He muted his mic. He over there saying some crazy shit. Look,
Yes,
man,
sir.
in my opinion, man, best board game.
Look at it. He like, don't even worry about it. Nothing I say on here, man. It's just all for entertainment purposes.
The best board game by far is backgammon.
What?
No. Who told you
I
that
like to
shit?
change my
Grandma?
vote.
I
I like to change my vote. I
thought you
forgot
about
about
peanut
backgammon. Backgammon is a fun game.
I fuck with backgammon, yo. That's underrated, bro.
Wait, does checkers count?
Yeah, checkers, chess, Chinese checkers. It's a board game.
No, chess
See,
is
I
definitely
was
the best
thinking
game.
more along the lines of like you gotta like sorry or like something where you
Yeah,
gotta like go
Monopoly.
around. You know what I mean? But I forgot about them. Yeah, no, checkers is my favorite.
Oh,
Checkers is
backgammon
definitely
is
my favorite.
sophisticated. I'm a sophisticated gangster. Backgammon is
Yeah.
sophisticated. That's something you sit down, man, have some drinks, roll the dice, man. You know what I'm saying? You can call dominoes a board
Gotta
game.
drink scotch playing that.
I've never played that before.
You could probably say dominoes is a board game. Think about it. I don't know, because that's like mahjong, because mahjong's not a board game. So now you can't say that. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't. Yeah, you're right.
Say that's number one, nigga. We count that.
I take that back. But so all right. So is
What about Connect Four? That's like a vertical board. It's like a vertical board.
But it's trash though.
Oh, you said Connect Four. Well, hey, what's your Battleship?
Could be
I'm about to say Battleship. Yeah,
But
Battleship
to be honest, I haven't played none of these games, and I can't even tell you how long it's been since I played a board game.
That's because you don't play games.
I don't.
Like bitches.
Do something.
Hey,
what you think, Saquon? What's the best board game, bro?
hey, on some fun shit for real. This shit ain't no board game, but Taboo, that shit fun as hell.
I never played it.
Taboo,
I never either.
that's fun as shit.
I know what it is. I
Yeah,
never played it though.
Oh, I like Heads Up though. Y'all ever play Heads Up?
Yeah,
With this shit.
I played that shit with my kids before. I fucked with.
Now,
Like,
what's that
yeah,
game with the black and white cards? Is it the game with the black and white cards or some shit?
Oh, you talking about I put man, that's my shit too. I put niggas onto that. Super
with the
fight.
black, huh?
Super fight.
No, no.
That's a card game.
It's like two decks of cards. It's a white deck and there's a black deck. And they say wild shit like, you know what I'm saying? It's like basically they give you
Cards
options.
Against Humanity.
Yeah. That's it right there. Yeah, that's a dope ass
Well,
game.
I got the same shit. It's called Super Fight. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? White deck, black deck. It'd be like you're Darth Vader with 8 arms, but you're invisible only when you hold your breath, and you gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
What?
It's called Super Fight, yo. It's weird as hell. Like, so you pick one card who's a character, then you pick 2 attribute cards. So your character like Superman, he's like Superman, but he's blind, and his bottom half is a horse. Like, it all depends on what the cards say. And then you have to go back and forth basically and argue on who would win a fight between your character with these attributes and another character with these attributes.
All right,
It's
let's
like
do
a
one right now.
Hey yo, is Pogs a board game?
Good question.
Pause?
Yeah. Pogs.
You mean those little circle things?
With
You
the
play that shit on the concrete, nigga. Hell no, ain't no board game.
I don't fuck with that shit, yo.
That was my shit too though.
Pogs was the shit. Man. I never played a game. I just played
Barely,
all of them.
and I don't think I ever knew how to play that. I
Yeah,
didn't grow up with that.
I don't know nothing about that shit.
For real? That's crazy.
I mean, I know what it is, but I've never like.
I know what
it is.
Never played it
beyond me. Like, I was.
The shit to do.
Look, you know what? I think I was probably too old for that shit, and Benny was too young. You know what I'm saying? I was probably, you know what I'm saying, y'all era right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what it was.
That shit, and Benny was too. That shit was a fad. That shit came and went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
they might still
like
collect them and shit, but
Pokemon.
you know,
Yeah, real shit. Yeah, we used to collect them all.
I wonder what they're worth now.
Collect all the slammers and shit.
This is worth checking.
But what's funny? I still have every single Pokemon card though that I ever had in my life.
Yeah,
I still have them.
You probably sitting on some money, yo.
I'm gonna go get them.
he got too excited. This show gonna turn into Pikachu.
I was about
but like football cards and all that shit. And I used to have big ass books and shit, hard ass plastics, all that shit. Football cards, basketball cards.
He probably sitting on some money. That Pokemon shit's still crazy collector.
Oh
shit.
Speaking of games and shit, man, you know, AZ, man, we got 3 new.
Probably worth so much money. Look at this.
Got him in the books and shit. Oh yeah, he good.
They pristine.
I should probably sell them. Huh?
And he got them double sided. They're both sided.
I had the illest Pokemon squad. Nobody could see me.
Nobody could.
Look this is.
Like fucking Final Fantasy.
Nobody.
Hey, look, you probably sitting on some guap for real, man. You never know what you got.
I know they probably are worth some money, but to me, they're just nostalgic.
No doubt, no doubt. That's up to you. Do some individual research. You might be on the million.
Yo, before I was in Arizona, yo, I had the entire 1989 Topps football card deck from beginning to end, the whole box. Left from my baby mom crib. Guess what them shits is at now?
I remember that. I remember you had that.
I had the whole box. I just keep them in the closet. Never touch them. None of that. Whole set from beginning to end.
Well, which baby mom? Can you get them back?
Hell no, I can't get them shits back.
Then I know which one.
Okay. They would have made a bonfire with them bitches. Who knows what they did with them shits? They made s'mores with shits and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? Hell no, you can't.
Side note, let me just shout out. Have y'all seen these band-aids that are like skin tone? Did y'all realize I even have a band-aid on?
Where at?
It's skin tone.
I don't see a finger. The hell we can't see yet. We looking at the face. We on the shoulder.
But what I'm saying is, they're not just. You know how you normally get. Look, you can see it now. Look.
Because you pointed it out. If you would have never pointed it out, nobody.
That's the point. That's the point. Normal band-aids are this color. So when you put it on this skin, it shows up. But now I got a Band-Aid that's my skin tone. So when I put it on this side, it disappears.
Well,
Why are you so excited?
is that gradering or equality? Like, are we like it's like Juneteenth? It's like Juneteenth for Band-Aids.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what, why
Exactly.
you
Band-Aids that
okay,
look
right.
like us now. Yay!
I
Like,
read a story about this black guy that cried when he first put one on because he realized that I don't get that. I didn't have that reaction, but I read a story that the man he got emotional at the fact that like he finally saw a Band-Aid that was like his skin tone.
and see, now that's mental illness. That's mental illness right there.
So that's mental illness, but that white woman in that story is not mentally ill.
No. I mean, yes, because racism is a disease. It's a mental disease. It's a mental illness.
Racism is so funny because it's like so made up. It's so funny that it's such a thing. And has made such an impact in our culture, in our world, in our society because it's totally made up. Like it's like
Hey, well, I mean, what's the difference with
No,
religion now?
please expound upon that because I don't understand what you're saying.
it's made up. Like it's not a real thing. Like there's one race. We're one race of human beings. There's not individual species of human. Like
Oh, you're not denying its existence. You're just saying that it's crazy how people separate each other based upon how they look.
yes, that's what I mean. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously I know
yeah,
it's real.
yeah.
It's affecting me. I'm a victim of it. I've been
Well,
personally
that all from people not understanding what, so they seen something that was different from them. So people fear what they don't understand, and then it became a thing. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Stay away from
right,
them.
right. But it's much deeper than that. I mean, by the time we got to it wasn't Jim Crow. It was Willie Lynch and the doctrines that he's written. We are still to this day.
And that's the same emblem on your Timberland boots, right? Ain't that the history?
The tree. Yeah, Linda told me that.
That's his tree on them Timberland
I
boots.
don't know. I think it was I think it was symbolic of the treaty that used to hang the slaves on. I did hear that somewhere, but I mean, I can't really speak to that right now because I don't know if that's true. I could Google it, but it's dark. I don't want to. But oh, he's gone. Okay, well, I was responding to him and he just walked away.
He
Look at
said,
what the fucking Sims on.
he said, "Fuck what you talking about." And what did he say? He wanted to go put his tears on.
Powder
I was
blue.
listening to time. No, so I forget. It's like you sitting right here like we usually is. That's why I just got up and walked. Like, I'm still here. You keep talking. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
My
look,
bad. But no, yeah. Continue what you were saying. No
I don't
disrespect.
remember. This was funnier, so it is what it is.
well, fair enough.
No,
So he's talking about racism, man. Let me go ahead and jump into my segment, which I'm going to call "Ain't Nothing New in the News." Thanks, Benny, because Sound for Scotty was, you know what I'm saying?
man.
New in the news.
He ain't been soundboarding shit tonight, boy.
So speaking of racism and race and things of that nature, Benny's homegirl, Raven Simone. Raven Simone.
That's it, nigga.
What?
That's good, man.
Nah, cause look, y'all,
Good people.
y'all got to remember, I record all this. I hear it and see it morning, y'all. So look. The other day in our meeting, Benny said, "Bear with me, yo." And I'm saying, I got an idea. You know, I got a premonition just come to me. He said, "I'm like Raven."
Oh yeah, I did say that.
So I record all this shit, so I see it here. So look, so Benny homegirl Raven. So
That's funny.
she has revealed that she was worried that the black community would be mad at her for dating a white person. Raven Simone is revealing that she struggled with her decision. Her
My bad. Right. My bad.
Of all time to press that.
What is that? Playing with my new toys, bro.
Shit.
Sounds
Oh,
gaudy.
oh man.
Let's get this funny.
No, but keep that sound right where it's at because honestly, that's how I feel about it. Raven Simone is revealing that she struggled with her decision to commit to her white wife, because the fear of the black community would be upset with her. Raven married her wife Miranda Mayday in a secret ceremony in 2020.
Miranda Mayday.
Miranda Mayday. Uh, but the actress is now sharing that it was not always smiles and happiness. It was kind of self-inflicted, old ways of thinking that the black community would be mad that I was dating a white person. Shared the now happily married Raven in a joint interview with Mayday and War Online. Before anyone else comments, I want to say, don't bite the fuck.
Hold on, what?
What did
I
that
can
sound
kind of
like, Scotty?
understand her way of thinking
I'm
though.
about to say that there's like a helicopter outside. What'd you say?
Nobody gives a fuck. Raven, honestly, like, no, interracial dating is not new. This isn't the fucking 1950s.
That's
Raven,
true. That's true.
what?
That's true. But there are still people that are really against it. Like Jewish people want you to bring back a Jewish person, right? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of cultures where it's not, even though it's not new, it's also still not widely accepted, which is weird. But
But
I
don't
mean, you're
don't you
absolutely right
believe
about
no,
it
let
was
me back up.
more
Let me back up.
controversial?
It's not
Or
that
more
it's not widely
controversial that it was a woman than a white woman than a white person?
that. Excuse me.
Interracial marriage, interracial relationships were uh, definitely legalized and less frowned upon way before same-sex marriage was number one legal or no longer frowned upon as heavy. I want to say
But I
because
think, but I think that where she's coming from is when you are, as we all are on this podcast, when you are a proud black individual and your identity is rooted in blackness and that you engage in you know culturally specific things, right? Like I think that it is at least for me, it gives me pause to think like, okay, like could I effectively bring like the Mexican homie around? Could I effectively bring the white person around and still have the same, like, you know what I mean? Like, is it the same
So,
thing going to a barbecue versus a
so,
cookout? Like, like there's just like some culturally specific things that we as black people, you all know it. It's unspoken. You don't even have to say
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
when I'm
can
thinking,
I,
when I'm thinking black power, black pride, no shade, but I'm not like I wonder what Raven Simone thinks about.
let me. I
It.
think I think
It's
what
not. It's
Vinny's
not
trying to
actually. It's
say.
not. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Scotty.
And I was say, what I think you're trying to say is like, you know how like, all right, we is who we is when we're around each other, right? But then we also sometimes at times befriend people at like say the workplace or something like that. So you would pick and choose who you would bring around to the people that you normally around, because you know what I'm saying, like you act one way with them, or how are they going to react to how you're bringing them around? So I mean, I kind of feel if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong, is that what you
I,
in a sense
yeah, go
kind
ahead,
of like?
Paul. You were gonna say something?
Huh?
Was you gonna say something?
Oh no, it was a fly. It was,
Uh, um, I mean, yeah, like I agree with Scott. I kind of agree. Okay, first of all, I agree with church, which is like that's like never happening, right? But like I do agree with church. It's like I don't think that people are looking at Raven Simone as like this like cultural leader. However, I do think that a lot of what she's done, like by happenstance, she happens to be. I mean, like for what she did for Disney, she was the only black young girl doing that at the time. The only it was Raven Simone, and that was it. And because of Raven Simone, she put on Orlando Brown. She put on, you know, and it was the kid. I forget his name, but the one
Hold
Corey.
up. Orlando Brown, that's the one that's that
Um,
beat bop boop bop.
but Zendaya, she came from the same roots, Disney and all that shit.
Yeah, and the Cheetah Girls and all that. But it started with Raven. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and so, and then before that, she was on the Cosby Show, and then now she's like a big time producer. I remember when she did that movie with Martin Lawrence, she was his boss on the set, technically on paper, right? Like, so I think that she has become, just by happenstance, you know, somebody who is a leader in the Black community in her own way, in terms of like, maybe from an artist, you know, she through her art, right?
And maybe a certain age bracket of the Black community. Maybe she's thinking about her fans, or maybe her Black fans, not the Black community in whole.
Maybe, but then at the same time, I feel like I don't know that I ever felt personally that like Raven Simone was like, so, like I didn't. To me, I didn't put it past her to date a white person. You know what I mean? Like, it was never something I thought.
Right.
Like, if Lauryn Hill popped up with a white husband, I would be like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? What is that?
A brownie.
Uh,
No, hold up. A couple years ago in the news, wasn't Raven Simone in the news because she was saying that she was white or something like that, or she was now saying she was a white person.
she just said that she wasn't African American. She doesn't identify as African American because she's not African. So she was just like, I'm an American, just like everybody else. And you know, like, why would I have African in front of my title? Which, I mean, I could kind of feel that a little bit, but at the same time, it's just like whatever. But I think that, I mean, like I said, like if Lauryn Hill was to pop up with a white person, I think we would all be like, whoa, you know what I mean? It would just be like left field. For me, Raven Simone, it's like, low key, I thought she was half white. Truth be told, I mean, I did. Like, you know,
light skin.
Look, like I said,
my bad. I didn't mean to say that either.
I didn't hear what you said.
I wish him the best. I wish him the best. I wish them a happy marriage. Like I wish anybody who's married a happy marriage.
Can I be petty for a second?
Please do.
No, never mind. It's I shouldn't.
Okay, then don't.
That's true.
I double dog dare you now.
That's true.
All right, so look. Anyway, we're gonna move on, and I'm about to start sliding down this. I want to say the darker side, but what I do want to say, and what we should have said at the top of the show, man. Please send nothing but love and all positive energy to Haiti, to the island nation of Haiti, man. We should have said that at the beginning of the show, and I'm saying I meant to, and I apologize for not.
You know what we should do? When we post this video, we should put links and stuff to organizations that people can help out and find ways that they can, if they want to help or donate or whatever. You know, like we can post links.
No
so
doubt.
When
the video is posted, we will post links to where people can donate and do whatever they can for Haiti in this time, because they truly need it. Because you know, they've just been hit with that big ass earthquake, man. At least 300 dead as of this morning. Or they you know, they also been going through political turmoil. So and now they're saying that there's just tropical storms that can possibly turn to hurricanes that are heading towards the island nation. So shout out to Haiti, man. We wish y'all the best. RIP to everyone. Condolences to the families. We just hope that you know, just the things that they deal with living on that nation. So you know, they are definitely a strong people, a proud people. They persevere. They're innovative, creative. You know, Haitian, man, they different. They different. And that's in a good way. So I just shout out.
We got some Haitian family and shit.
Everybody send nothing but positive love, man, through the universe, to Haiti, man. I just want to say that, and then I was gonna go into the article, but I don't even want to read about it because it just sucks because they're going through so much right now. But we are going to talk about
Bring
this.
the alarm one time for Haiti, man.
Say it again, bro.
Bring the alarm one time for Haiti.
said
Nigga,
one.
he said one time.
He said, he said one time. So we will go into this should have tied into the news section, but this should I mean the music section. I'm sorry, but this shit is crazy. American Idol star Saisha Mercados. Did y'all hear about her at all?
No.
She finished third in American Idol. I want to say a couple years ago.
Okay.
So she's like 34. She's from Sarasota, Florida. She finished top 3 during the 7th season. Sorry, the 7th season of American Idol. She finished top 3. So she had a little bit of fame, a little bit of infamy. But with that being said, her newborn baby was seized by authorities. Like I'm talking on the side of the road, car pulled over, cops stopped them with social workers and some more shit. Her 10-day-old daughter was seized by authorities. This is 5 months after her 15-month-old son was, quotations, legally kidnapped, as she describes it.
What?
Representatives for the Florida Department of Children and Families have not responded to this news source's request for a comment. So all we can do is go into what we know. American Idol star Saisha Mercado is raising her voice against the Manatee County Sheriff's Office after they seized her 10-day-old daughter in a harrowing moment captured in a now viral video. This is the second child that authorities have forcefully and legally kidnapped, as she describes it. Under unclear circumstances, in the past 5 months, the 34-year-old from Sarasota, Florida, once again, they took 2 of her children in the last few months. Deputies surrounded her SUV that the newborn baby and her partner, Tyrone Diener, were driving on Wednesday morning to conduct a surprise roadside welfare check. They pulled them over to conduct a surprise roadside welfare check.
What does that even
A
mean? Like,
surprise
I've never
welfare.
heard that.
A surprise roadside welfare check. What do you just see like a group of people or some kids like we just pulling you over to make sure everything's all right? Is that what you're saying?
So listen, what it comes down to, instead of I read the article, I've watched other news stories and news sources on this because this was crazy, and this is something that I could speak upon in a personal perspective, from a personal perspective. So her son stopped, her milk dried up. This is her 15-month-old son, the oldest one that they took 5 months ago. Her milk dried up, and he wasn't taking any other fluids. He wouldn't take a bottle or anything of that nature. So she went to the hospital to get some help. Maybe he needed like IV fluids, or she needed some help from a doctor because her milk dried up, and her son wouldn't take anything else. So she was concerned that he would, be malnourished or die. She went to the hospital. He was not in any malnourished state. She was proactive about the situation. She went to the hospital. Once she got to the hospital, they seen that her son was not inoculated. He didn't have vitamin B12 shot, vitamin K shots. He didn't. They chose to not inoculate their child. So once she got to the hospital, they said that they were going to take her baby and charge her with neglect because she refused to get a B12 shot for her kid. She refused to get her child inoculated, so they were going to take her child because they was charging her with neglect.
Babies get B12 shots?
At birth, because they say for the first 6 months a child can have bleeding on the brain and you don't know it. So B12 helps the blood clot. So you know what I'm saying? So they give that to the baby at birth to help the blood clot. Because they say, a baby can bleed out, bleeding on the brain, the smallest bump. Their blood they may have clotting issues. It's just something along with all the regular inoculations and other things they give babies at birth that they highly, highly recommend. Even if you don't want to get your babies inoculated with, all the other shit that they recommend you shoot your baby with, they highly recommend this B12 shot because it helps the blood clot. Along with there's some other drops that they put in the baby's eyes that I forget that protects their eyes against bacteria and things of that nature. So they automatically want to shoot your baby with a needle and then put drops into the baby's mucous membranes at birth. This is something that modern childbirthing in America, totally 100% is protocol, unless you choose otherwise. So anyway, they said she was charged with neglect on her child because she refused to
Well,
get.
there has to be, I mean, I feel like there's more to the story than what you're telling us.
But it doesn't sound. They're saying it flat. I mean, they have recordings,
So, but
videos, and they're just basically telling her like, no, the children weren't in danger. The children were
that's my thing. So then, how can you legally take them? That doesn't make sense.
because people don't understand their rights.
No.
And
So
listen,
what I mean is like for you to be driving around. So
listen, Betty.
So they took the 15-month-old away. She didn't have a baby.
When the baby was 10 months, that was 5 months ago. So it was 10 months.
But what we're saying is at the time when she got pulled over, she didn't have because the baby was not under her care.
The older baby, no, but she had a 10-day-old baby who they just pulled up on her with.
So my question is, how long ago was it that they took that baby away from her?
5 months ago. The baby was 10 months when they took the baby away.
So in
So
5
the baby's
months time,
now 15 months. I thought the baby was 15 months when they took the baby.
The baby's 15 months now.
Okay,
so in
okay.
They
5
took the
months
baby away
time,
5 months ago.
So they took your baby away for reasons that they say were neglect, and in 5 months time you couldn't get your baby back. So to me, that suggests
No,
that
no, no. What's crazy? They already put the baby up for adoption and gave it to a white family.
Wow. Hold up.
that don't.
People don't understand their rights, bro. This is what the news, man. I read the article.
But my thing is like, how do you not?
People don't know their rights, bro.
But it's
Sir,
not
And,
about
and,
not
pl-
knowing
and
your
here's
rights.
another thing. We don't know what they told her to sign. You understand what I'm saying? Listen. I tell you all the time, I got a lot of kids. I've seen all my children born. They barrage you with so much paperwork. Just sign this, sign this, sign this, sign this. Here, sign this. We got your baby. Boom, 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 boom. It's such a rush in and out process. I mean, yes, they let the mom rest and recuperate for a day or two, but when they start coming in with that paperwork, you're seeing specialists, and then while the nurse is over there with your baby in her hand, some other ladies in your face like sign these papers, sign these papers. So you're looking at your baby, and you're just like, fuck it. We don't know what she signed. And then once you sign the paper to get your child a birth certificate, specifically a birth certificate, once you sign that paper, your child belongs to that state. So if she signed those papers to get to her child a birth certificate, she literally signed her child as over as a ward of that state. What do you think a birth certificate is?
That's
That means you
absolutely
belong
true.
to the state that you were birthed in. That is a birthing certificate. That means you're a ward of that state. Either you are labeled as deceased or you're labeled as non-functional, like you can't make your own decisions. That's why the state can make you state property. They have total reign over you because you are a ward of that state. That means you can't think for yourself. The state must do it for you.
But then you also have a guardian or a parent, and you can't just the state can't just.
No,
I don't want to talk about what the state can and can't do, but what to my knowledge, and
Benny,
they can't
Benny,
just run up in your crib and take your. There has to be some sort of due probable cause
Oh,
for
no.
oh.
Look, Benny, listen.
for
Look,
them
from
to
my own
just take your baby. Like there's no way people aren't. The state isn't. Think about it, just for a second. It's in the state's interest for the parents to keep their kids because if not, that's an extra. The state has to pay for that. The state has
Benny,
to.
Benny,
No, yes, they do. The state has to. When you adopt, those people get checks. So it's in their interest to keep your child in your house because then that means that's less money that the state has to shell out to take care of a kid. So to me, there has to be some sort of probable cause or something for them to take your baby and then not give it back to you. There has to be. She might. Man, we don't. Got to be something that we don't know.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. you and the person that you have a kid with go and actually file for custody, the state has custody of your kid. That's why you have to go down, you and your baby's mom or whatever, and file for joint custody and shit like that. Because the state has, I mean, they can take them right from you.
No,
Trust me, that is, church. That's definitely true. Church is
that's
absolutely
not
right.
true. That
Until
can't
you
be
go
true.
file for custody, you have no custody of your kid. If you put all your information
Yes,
on
you
there,
have guardianship. You have guardianship.
but
You have parental guardianship, but no. Once you sign those papers, your child, the person, belongs to the state. They are
yeah.
state's property.
You have to go file for custody. Why you like? Did you let
Custody,
her? How many
but
times
the
have you heard
word,
them be like, "Went out town to file for custody yet?" No, no, no. Until you do that, you do not have custody, and that's not just on the male side. That's female side too.
that's not true.
Until either,
Once you
until
sign
either,
the papers, you are property of the state of. The state of.
that's definitely true.
But we're
That's
talking
definitely
about two
true.
different things. You're talking about being a ward of the state and being that's one thing, but being
No, being awarded custody. You
If,
when you sign any
if,
paperwork,
if you
your
have a
kid.
birth certificate, you are the ward of that state. You belong to that state. That state has all rights
See
to
this
you.
thing, hey, you see this nigga? He's in there googling the shit out that shit right there.
And he should.
no,
He should.
I'm not googling it because I think that you're wrong. I'm googling it so that I can understand.
Oh no, yeah, no, I understand. I know that. I know that. But yeah, until you go foul, you do not have custody. The mother or the father.
No, that's not true. And the custody, the whole point of custody is whoever has you. So if I have if I have your dog in my house, your dog runs free, and I got your dog, right? Like, oh, I found this puppy, I'm gonna keep it. It's in my custody. That doesn't make it my dog. It's just
What
in
is he
my
doing?
custody.
Gang signs back there? What is this nigga doing?
What is he doing?
Gang signs or something? I don't know what this nigga is doing.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Anyway,
Oh, he's like, he got some shit on this joint. That's why he's, you know what I'm saying, responding to something. But now, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah,
Y'all
my
put me
bad.
off.
Go
I
ahead.
think what just happened. Like, what was that? Let's talk about that for a second. You want to talk about
I
a
think he
mental
was like,
illness, nigga? What was that?
he started moving his hands through this church move. I think he was controlling him with a voodoo doll or something. He made church get up and move. And as soon as he got him, this nigga was like,
There you go. There you go. But so now so anyway, they pulled up like there's videos and shit. I'll send y'all the links to this. I'll send y'all the links so y'all can look up the videos yourself. I should have sent them earlier, but my bad. Fuck y'all niggas anyway.
Listen, all I'm saying is, in regards to that specific story, because I don't want to have a back and forth about what we that ain't even what this is about. In regards to that specific story, I personally feel like there has to be more to the story that we know. Now, why would y'all put LeBron up? And this is a serious conversation. You see, this is why I can't stand nobody. And that was that you, Saquon? I feel like that was you.
No.
So yes, it was.
But so they took her other baby as well. I just sent y'all these articles,
I
man.
feel like there's
Like I
more to
said,
the story.
yeah, I got it. I got it.
Maybe she's I don't know. Much love to that woman, whoever she is. What's her name again? Michaela? What's her name?
her name is Saisha Mercado.
Aisha Mercado.
Saisha Mercado.
Aisha, call me. Don't worry about them kids. I can give you a new one. Just call me.
Man, you call. Damn, you call.
Nah, but
Like
for
I'm just
real,
playing. That's really terrible, and I
if
wouldn't.
you
I don't
don't
want to.
got custody, if you don't go file for custody of your kids, you definitely don't have custody of your kids, and the
That's
state can do
also
whatever the fuck.
call that shit, man. Say hello to the bad guy. All right, so we're gonna keep sliding deeper and darker down this goddamn rabbit hole because ain't nothing new in the news. So so mom
That shit
got
back.
dead by toddler as she talked on the Zoom leaving other callers stunned. Child picks
Hold
up
on.
secure
Say
gun.
it again.
Oh, too many people talking. Can you read the thing one more time? Because I couldn't hear you.
Mom shot dead by her toddler as she talked on a Zoom call.
That's good.
A mom of two was accidentally shot dead by her toddler while she was on a Zoom conference with her work colleagues, report says. Cops said the child allegedly picked up a loaded gun that was unsecured in her Florida apartment. Florida.
I didn't know it was Florida.
Shemaya Lynn suddenly fell backward after a loud bang was heard on the call. The mom suffered a gunshot wound to the head. So basically, they said somebody left a gun sitting around in her house. The toddler picked up the gun.
Did they say how old the toddler is?
They don't really give ages on kids like that when it should happen like that. They don't say how old the toddler is, but they do show a picture of her and her children. So
What
I'm
age is
look,
up to what age is considered a toddler? 5?
about 5.
About 4.
This little guy looks like he's between maybe 3 and 4, and then she got her other baby's a loose neck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking like 7, 8 months. Loose neck. Oh,
Loose neck. What the fuck is that?
Loose neck.
They can't hold their head.
a loose neck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pop their
Maybe that's a Pittsburgh thing.
Say it again, Benny.
So that might just be a Pittsburgh thing, because I knew what you was talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
Talking about too. Yeah.
So unfortunately, somebody left a gun laying around, man, and now.
And like, first of all, no, I'm not gonna pass judgment. I just think it's a sad story, and I just praying for that woman and praying for the baby, because now you got to grow up, and the baby's not going to remember this, right? So it's going to tell him, and
hopefully you don't remember. It could be traumatized forever. He just killed his mama.
Yeah, but at 3, you don't have the. I mean, he might remember his mom, but I don't think that he.
Sometimes trauma can erase, but sometimes trauma can also embed. So there's people who remember they fucking kindergarten teachers, fam. Like, or there's some people who say, I remember being 3.
Yeah, that's not 3, that's 6. But
I don't remember
I
nothing that happened
shit
at 3.
when I was 3 years
Traumatic
old.
or not, I don't. Somebody could have burnt me with an iron. I would not have. I have no recollection of anything at 3 years old.
The back of your neck.
I remember being 3 years old.
They did me like Janet, like Penny, and what was it? Good Times, when they took the turn to her.
No,
I just think, all jokes aside, I think this is
yeah.
It's terrible.
R.I.P. to Shemaya Lynn, man. And
I'm curious. Was she coupled? Like, did she leave behind like a husband or a fiance or boyfriend?
It doesn't speak on that. It just says someone left a gun unattended and unsecured in her house.
Nah, they said I read that they looking into charges for the husband.
That's
or boy, whatever.
Hold on.
Boy,
charges? Why would he be charged?
because it was his gun.
But
was he there?
Yeah, like how they gonna charge him for that?
Reckless endangerment. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you can get
charged like that.
Like that.
Maybe I have an older article. But yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, well, if Saquon said, man, I have no reason to doubt it. But probably, and then that's gonna be unfortunate because maybe he might be baby dad or male figure to those children. So now she's dead. He might go to jail, and
That's what I'm saying. Like, why? How? So take both parents away? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's not. He didn't shoot her, and it's not like I'm sure that was not the intent. Granted, at the same time, we should be practicing gun safety, right? We should not just be having firearms within reach of a toddler, especially not ones that are loaded and ready to be shot at a moment's notice while you're on a Zoom call.
Well, that's what
not really paying attention.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, say it again, because I was talking.
Child welfare endangerment. That's what they're gonna come. That's what gonna hit you with. The guns are in reach of the child. That's child welfare endangerment.
But she's dead. Who even knows if he was at the house? He might not even been there. So just because it's his gun registered to him, don't mean that he was the one that left it out, and it doesn't mean that he was the one that had it. You know what I mean? Like, how do we know? Like, just because it's his
You're
gun.
absolutely right, but that is still how they're going to play it. It's
So if I
yours. It's
come
in
in
your
your house and steal your
yeah.
gun and go shoot somebody with it, you say they're gonna charge you?
Yes.
No, that's not
Yeah.
how that works. They're gonna charge me because I'm the one that stole it from you and shot the people.
What
You
if they
can't
don't
charge,
catch
you
you?
can't charge a toddler. So to
But
me,
but
it's like,
but but the gun wasn't stolen. I mean, if you leave it in the
Right.
crib, man,
Right. You
Yeah,
can't. Right.
that's
that's
definitely.
not the
but
same.
what I'm saying is, we would have to know. There's a huge assumption there. We would have to know that the husband was the one who left it out. We would have to know that the husband was the one who left it within reach, left it loaded, didn't put the safety on. How do we know? I mean, it could be her gun. Just because it's registered to him, he could have bought it for her. People do all sorts of stuff.
Also,
I
Well,
don't matter.
well, if they continue to report on it, man, I will try to follow the
I
story.
just don't like the
It's
idea
it's
that
hold
it's
up,
crime
it's
hold up,
very
can
because
be
you,
potentially going away under these
it's
circumstances. Like,
it's
that's weird
it's
to me. Like,
extra
the
unfortunate.
kids need their dad.
Extra unfortunate, fam.
yeah, it definitely is. Search before you get into something else, because
Yeah.
this reminded me of the one thing. Did you ever hear anything else
I still got a
about
question on that though.
the kid that the kid that shot the baby in the back seat and drove home with the mama and ain't no. You know what I'm saying? That just kind of reminded me of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, they didn't speak on it, man. I'll try to look something up about it, but who knows, man? Who knows? That's deep. I will look in on that. No doubt. I will
So,
definitely look
what's
in
your
on that.
question?
yeah, it just like as soon as you brought up this story, it just kind of rung a bell to me. I was like, damn, that kind of remind me of the other dip, like the baby in the back seat that got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's real
and,
shit.
you know,
Shit.
Hey,
like,
if you get shot in the back of your head, point blank range, do you fall backward?
You
Mm,
could.
eh,
mm.
I think it would depend on the way the gun was aimed at your head.
Well, because this could be the back of your head too, right? So,
But
like,
if
this.
I feel like if the gun is
They
pointing up,
also
maybe.
said they said on the Zoom call that she fell, and then when she fell, the kid was standing there
Mm.
in the
In
back,
front of her or back of her?
like inside of the Zoom call. It had to be in back of her if it's the Zoom call is pointing at you know what I mean, pointing at her.
Well,
Yeah,
just
because
because
the
you get
kid.
hit. I mean, you ain't never, like,
That's
imagine
good.
somebody.
What? Say, Quad. Do you have some theories about it?
I'm just saying, it sounds a little weird. I mean, obviously, if she's well, I'm not obviously. Maybe she was in a stool or something. But if she's in a chair with a back support, how do you fall backward
Right.
from?
Well, for one,
That's
you'll
that's
be able to tell
but
the exit, the entry and exit wound, and then two, the baby. You think about it. You said it's a toddler, like 3 years old. That means they're short, and they got to shoot up to hit them in the back of the head. So that could have probably stunned them. They probably rocked forward a little bit and then fell back. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
there's a lot of
just
pieces
'cause
involved
the
to
baby
that
and they're short,
be
up
that we're
trajectory
not
of the bullet
about to
force.
comment
Hold
on.
on, hold on. Y'all talking at the same time. What you say? Finish what you were saying, talk. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
because of the child being so short, and you said that the shot in the back of the head. You said they're 3 years old. They can only be as tall as a standard garbage can in the kitchen. So they got to shoot up to the back of the head, and the force of the bullet and the projectile will probably stun them. The kind of pull back. It's almost like when you hit the pull ball hard as hell, it makes the other ball come back and it makes the other one go forward. You know what I'm saying? The force of it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm.
Which also means if that was the case and he was pointing up at his mom's head, the back of her head.
Yeah, because everybody on TV is running around like bang bang, so they think it's a game.
Who knows? Uh, uh, yeah, good point. Good.
Theory though.
it was
That
her
that
last turn if it was a game.
This nigga's a fucking asshole.
Why would y'all laugh at that? That wasn't even meant to be
Fucking
a joke.
dickhead, man.
Um,
Yeah.
R.I.P. to
I
Shema.
think that wasn't even meant to be a joke. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a game. It would have been her. Anyway, the point is, it's a sad story. It's a sad.
It's a very sad story. R.I.P. and condolences, man, to everybody involved. And so, all right. So speaking of assholes, I mean, we might as well segue right into it. I have a question, man. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
I might.
I don't know.
Seriously, am I the asshole for thinking Terry Crews is an asshole?
Expound on
How
that.
do you see
I
Terry
will.
Crews?
I will, because for instance, we all heard about the great Hollywood shower shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas wash their ass, they don't wash their ass. We talked
Ah,
during the show.
not.
You know what I'm saying? We all heard about that shit. So Jagoff ass Terry Crews went and did an interview, and he said, well, if you ain't sweating, you don't need to take a shower. But I shower a lot because I work out. That's another, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck did you have to? It's always something with him. And anytime he has a chance, anytime Terry Crews,
He said anytime.
anytime. Look, if y'all might have noticed, whenever something comes up that's debatable between races, he never takes a moment to jump on a white person's side about what the fuck is happening.
Well, his wife is white. He has white children. I think that he's just trying to.
Yeah, Terry Crews. Yeah, look, I'm an asshole.
I have no defense for Terry Crews. Let me just be very
That's what
clear
I'm saying.
about that.
Is it just me? Am I the asshole that the muscle man who wishes he was made of mayonnaise? You know what I'm saying? Actually, he also said defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. Equality is truth. Like it or not, we're all in this together.
I have a question. What is black supremacy? Can somebody tell me that?
You gotta ask the muscle man who wishes he was made of mayonnaise about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask motherfucking Sir Poppin' Lockin'. You know what I'm saying? About that shit, because, like I said, defeating white supremacy without white people creates black supremacy. I don't get that. Equality is truth. Like it or not, we're all in this together. Like it or not.
Like it or not, that's
No.
Morse code.
The,
Exactly.
you look back at this country's history, and it'll tell you who really liked it and who didn't. But so anyway, then back in 2020, the buck dancing pop locker, because he be pop locking, but he really be buck dancing and shit. WB frog ass nigga. You know?
He coming up high with the hat, like.
He tweeted, "It's the WB. It's the WB. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here with this shit." So sometime in 2020, he tweeted just 4 simple words. All right, conquer our own negativity. And you're like, yeah, you know what I mean? It makes sense. It makes sense. Conquer our own negativity. But if you take the first letter out of each one of those words, COON.
Yeah, coon. I knew that as soon as you said it. He knew it when he said it. He did that on purpose.
That's what I said. Am I the asshole for thinking he's an asshole? Because honestly, he's the get out poster child and shit. He's the nigga who never wanted the camera to flash. He's like, you got any more of that tea? You know what I'm saying? So the get out poster child to me is like a male Candace Owens. Or am I just the asshole?
Candace Owens makes me just hearing her name. I agree with you on this one. Chuck.
See, I told you. I'm not always the asshole. I just had to know, am I the asshole? Because that shit irks me. You're like,
I agree with you, but I do think there's nuance to everything. And I am probably the most diplomatic host in terms of, like, I try to see it from the other side sometimes, but it's hard to see it from. He just makes it so hard, him and Candace. But at the same time, I don't want my people. I just want them to come home, come back to us. Like, don't be so. We can't just throw him away. But I do think that he's. I mean, he's.
but we can trade him. We can trade him.
For who?
Dave Chappelle in the racial draft told us we could trade off for who? All right, so good question. We're gonna let this question end the show because we're reaching our mark where we always usually are around this time. So if the racial draft was a thing, who can we, the black delegation, trade Terry Crews for?
What?
Did you just play apes? No.
Are you still gonna trade?
No. We are not going that.
One more again. I'll repeat the question, and then for everybody who's watching this, y'all made it this far. Comment down in the comments what the fuck y'all think, and let me know also. Am I the asshole? So, nigga. So, all right. So, if the racial draft was true, who can we, the black delegation, trade Terry Crews for? Remember, he's muscular. He can pop lock. So, I mean, you know what I mean? So, you know.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Who can we trade him for? Jim Carrey.
Terry Crews. Who?
Jim Carrey.
I second that. I second that.
We'll trade him for Jim.
What
That was
you-
in me, boy.
Who can we trade Terry Buck Dancing Crews for?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Luka,
Luke who?
the Hooper. Luka.
NBA from from Dallas, from the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh.
That
Where-
big ass white. He
where's
got
he
a
from,
3-point. That nigga's from Russia or something
Croatia.
like that.
Hey, Qua, where's he from, bro?
Shit.
Croatia. Like that?
I forget, man. I don't know.
It don't matter, but yeah. Look, I wouldn't be mad at that one either.
Some shit like
You can say damn near almost anybody,
What's anybody?
I'll trade. You trade it for one of many Pokemon cards. Get him out of here. Or get him out. Get him out of here.
Trade that nigga for a fortune cookie. Just a message, some lucky numbers. You know what I'm
That might be racist. Yeah.
This whole
saying?
conversation has been racist.
That's not true, man. Because who's a solid ass somebody else other than Terry Crews?
We could trade him for
Mac
know.
Miller, man.
Bring Mac back.
Bring Mac back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We could trade Terry Crews for Mac Miller's ashes.
Are
Like,
you saying
fucking with that.
Access granted.
get
That.
him
Fuck
out
with
of
that.
here.
yeah?
You know he from the hometown.
Maybe I'm just the asshole.
Yeah, you definitely are. nigga.
Get him out. With that being said, man, I am
Yeah.
Double G Church signing off, man.
Yeah.
I saw it's over already.
Oh,
I don't want to go home.
I got shit to do. All right,
God.
what's happening, fellas? Signing off, man. I think we can end it right there.
All right. Well, I have been Benny Domino, and this was an amazing show, in my opinion. I think it was super funny. I've been engaged the whole time. Hopefully, you, the viewer, have been engaged too. You can clearly see how our personalities are very different, but mesh very well together. If you like the episode, link down in the comment. Let us know. Like, share, comment, repost, support. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Instagram, IGTV, Facebook, your mama's house. We everywhere. So just hit us up.
Ask your
down in the
uncle.
comments. Follow us on Instagram. My IG is Biggie Benzo. The one above me is Saquon. His IG is 87 Bulls. And then to my, I don't know what everybody's screen looks like, but to my right is Church. His IG is Big Church. And then you got up in the upper right there, look at the color hearts. Up in the upper right, we got Scott Lindsay at 412 Hustler. Check us out on Instagram, or you could just follow the show. You can get us all four of us in one location. Speaking Slang, right on Instagram.
Shit.
Speaking Slang, talking shit. Make sure if you repost, use the hashtags. We love y'all. Once again, I'm Benny Domino. I'll let my co-hosts give their own pleasantries. But I'm Benny Domino. This has been just like a phenomenal evening.
Gonna sound like a fucked up ass beer bottle. But we can't support y'all niggas. They ain't paying us. Yeah. Shout out to what we drinking, but y'all ain't paying us.